Everybody ready for some football or what? You guys ready for some football? Should I show my face? I guess I should show my face. Stand up, New York Giant fans. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Dire Giants fan? What's going on, Assassin? What's going on, George? What's going on, Mike Lowe? Waterfly in the house. Joe Black in the house. Lake Nona. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Riley Shepard in the house. Zachary, George, Mason, King Andy. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being the best supporters on YouTube. My man Sedan's in the house. My man Austin's in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Afghanistan. Yuri. Guys, it's game week. We've been waiting for this for about 6 or 7 months, and yes, we know that the New York Giants are going in with moderate expectations, to put it, I guess, as frank as I can without, I don't want to set us up for unrealistic expectations, but it's football. Anything could happen. We got a tough Steelers team on deck. I'm going to have my preview video out tomorrow. We play a very challenging schedule. We're getting a very good test week one. Make no mistake about it. The Steelers might have the best defense in all of football. Last year, they forced 38 turnovers. It's going to be a challenge for the New York Giants. We'll be playing on Monday night. We got the rookie head coach, Joe Judge. We're going to go over some of the injuries, the injury reports that came out for both the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Golden Tate, the good news there, Golden Tate did practice today fully. So that's good news there. I think he's practiced the last 2 days, I believe, from what I read. So I expect Golden Tate to be playing for the New York Giants come Monday night. We're going to need him. It's going to be all hands on deck. From the Pittsburgh Steelers standpoint, I think DeCastro, the guard, is out, and I believe Pouncey is questionable. I didn't get any further detail on that today. We'll have to wait and see. But if the Steelers are missing some of that offensive line, it's going to enable the New York Giants to potentially get some pressure up the middle. And we all know that the New York Giants' biggest strength on this defense is the defensive line. The interior defensive line, the ability to flush him out of the pocket. And maybe the New York Giants could create some turnovers against Big Ben Roethlisberger. That's going to be the key to this game, and we'll have to wait and see. Jason, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Ground and pound is the strategy for game one against the Steelers. We need to control the clock and limit the turnovers. 1,000%. And we got to create some turnovers. Let's not forget about the defensive side of the football, but 100%. Ground and pound should be the strategy every single week, really, with this New York Giants team, but especially against a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to have their ears pinned back. They got two great pass rushers. You got to get the ball to Saquon Barkley as much as possible. Now, Mike Tomlin knows this. I didn't make a video on this because, to me, this was as clear as day. If I was a head coach, that would be what I would do against the New York Giants every single week. He said he is going to make it a focal point to shut down Saquon Barkley this week. As they should. Every team should. Expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to put 8 in the box, do whatever they can to shut down Barkley. And that's when Daniel Jones is going to have to make them pay, but they're going to have to make that defense to commit to open up passing opportunities. I expect the Steelers to stack the box, try to take away Barkley. The Giants are going to have to get creative. Get him out in the open space. You have to get Saquon Barkley the ball. He's the best player in this offense, but the Steelers are going to do everything they can in their power to shut him down. And the New York Giants are going to have to create some turnovers on defense. Rudy, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Giants sneak into the playoffs via division champs for the win. Rudy's showing some optimism, man. I love it. Rudy's been with me forever. Always like to shout him out whenever I can. Member of my channel. Rudy, man, thanks so much for all the love you always show my channel. I want to say that. I want to be a fan. I want to say that. You know what? Who knows, right? Maybe Dallas underperforms this year. I'm not sold on the Eagles. I talked about that today in my power rankings video. 1 week at a time, my man. We'll see how we play against the Steelers. I think it's a good barometer to see how this team is going into the year for sure. I think it's going to be a good test. Really good defense. Like I said, I think that our defense is going to have to create some turnovers to win this game. Yuri, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. According to reports, Steelers All-Pro guard DeCastro is out. Yes, I already knew about that. D-line should smell blood in the water. Carter and Williams should get after Big Ben. 1,000%. To me, if these guys are out, this is a huge advantage for the New York Giants. Our biggest strength on defense is the interior part of our defensive line. Dalvin Tomlinson, Dexter Lawrence, they should be able to fill the gaps. They should be able to flush Big Ben out of the pocket. Now, Big Ben's good at extending plays. We all know that, but he's not the Big Ben of old. I mean, this guy's 37, 38 years old coming off an injury. Got to force him out. We got to try to create turnovers. And one thing that this New York Giant defense is going to be able to do this year, in my opinion, they're going to give up big plays. I've talked about that several times because we're going to be blitzing a ton. We're going to be going all in. So there might be big plays we give up in this game, but I do think we're going to be an aggressive defense that is going to be able to create some turnovers. And if we could create 2 or 3 turnovers against the Pittsburgh Steelers, we stand a very good chance. But the biggest challenge is going to be getting that ground attack going against the Steelers. They are going to make it a point to try to stop Saquon Barkley. And I was talking I was talking to Talking Giants about this when he came on the show. It might be a good idea for the Giants to come out and throw on first down to set up the run. Get yourself in 2nd and 4 situations because the Steelers are going to stack that box. But we'll see what they decide to go with as far as a strategy. BK, man, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Alex, thanks for popping in the stream, man. I'm expecting Daniel Jones to at least throw a pick and fumble a bit. TJ Watt is an absolute monster. TJ Watt's a beast, depressed Steelers fan. I'll be the first to tell you that, and you shouldn't be depressed. I think you got a good football team. That's one thing I'm looking at. Last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers, I wrote about it on Twitter, they created 38 turnovers last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think 18 of them were fumble recoveries. They led the league in both categories. What is the New York Giants' biggest weakness? Daniel Jones specifically. It's fumbling the football. He's going to be put to the test on Monday night. There's no doubt about it. This is a team that's going to be coming for him. They're going to be trying to strip that ball. Jones hopefully can hold on to it. And an inexperienced offensive line, 100%. Jones can't be fumbling the football in this game. We can't be surrendering the ball in our own territory. Cannot happen. Can't happen. What's going on, Kadir, man? Stand up. Logan and Patrick Ryan has a great Patrick Graham rather has a great relationship. Listen, I listened to the Logan Ryan press conference, and if you guys haven't done so, I highly suggest you check it out. That guy's a leader, man. I loved hearing him. Such a positive guy going into the season. I'm so happy that we got Logan Ryan on this football team. I'm excited to see how the New York Giants implement him in this defense, being that he hasn't been there that long. He's a veteran. He's been around the league. I expect to see him, the Giants, get cute with him. I think they're going to move him around. I think he'll play some safety. I think he'll play some slot. I don't really think he'll play much on the outside, but I am really interested to see how they play Logan Ryan. He's going to be a big part of this defense. Nick says, what's going on, Chris? You beast. Thomas will be tested this game. This sets the tone for the season. It could go either way for him. Nick, 100%. He's absolutely going to get tested. And he's going to get tested not just in this game. He's going to get tested for the first 5 games. I mean, we're going up against some great pass rushers. And if he struggles as Giants fans in one game, you can't get on the kid. Okay, he's a rookie. It's not a normal offseason. Hopefully that's not the case. I'm going to go in optimistic. Andrew Thomas is going to do awesome. He's going to do great. And as the number 4 overall pick, we have those expectations for him. But we got to be realistic going into the year. Going up against a defense like this, it is going to be a test. There's no doubt about it. And the Giants have to set the tone. They have to be able to run the football on this team if we expect to be able to win. Daniel Jones, I've said it now for months leading into this game. If Daniel Jones throws the ball 40 times against the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's an L. If Daniel Jones throws the ball 35 times against the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's probably an L. We've got to have upwards of 28 to 30 carries at least against this team if we expect to win, and the Steelers know it. And they're going to force us to try to throw. I feel the Giants will go heavy screen pass with Barkley. Zachary, I could see that. Try to get him out in the flat. They got to get creative for sure. Let's see what we got here. Hey, I'm not worried because if they were so good, why were they 8-8? Well, Luann, I'll tell you a major reason why they were 8-8. Ben Roethlisberger got hurt the first game of the season. They also didn't get Minka Fitzpatrick, I think, till week 3 or 4. And maybe I'm wrong on that, but that defense was a different animal. They were winning games with backup quarterbacks. I think this is a very good defense. I do. But I think their offense doesn't impress me. Their offense doesn't scare me. I do think that we'll be able to limit them. I think if the Giants are going to win this game, though, they're going to have to hold the Steelers to under 20 points. Because I can't see us putting up more than 20 or 21 points against this defense. So Giants defense is going to have to show up. We're going to have to control the clock. Great, man. Thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Thoughts on Holmes being named the first kick returner? What's going on, MYG31, man? Thanks for popping in. I'm not that surprised by it. He's got speed. I did see that on the depth chart. I mean, your other options, probably Corey Ballantyne. They did cut Derek Dillon. Reason being, I think he had a kid. I'm not too surprised by that they cut him, though. He didn't have that good of a training camp, so I'm not going to go that crazy about it. He was kind of just a track star, had 4.26 40 times. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for him. I also want to see him out on the field. I'm hoping he gets an opportunity to play in the slot a bit, and I think he will. I don't know if he's going to start, and, we'll see how they play Logan Ryan in this defense. But, yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do in the kick return game, no doubt about it. Kick returning isn't nearly as important as it used to be. A lot of the times it'll be a touchback now that you kick from the 35. I think I heard that Golden Tate is going to be returning punts as well, so expect a lot of fair catches there. He's not going to be a guy that breaks a lot of plays, but Darnay Holmes is the kick returner, at least on the depth chart. What's going on there, John? Man, thanks for popping in the stream. What's going on there, MH? Bradbury be Juju, Giants win. I think they'll definitely put Bradbury on Juju. I'll go over all the matchups tomorrow. I'm going to have my preview video up. But, yeah, Juju's definitely their most explosive receiver. Do you think the Giants cutting Coleman was bad? Zach, what's going on, Spencer? Thanks for popping in the stream. All right, we'll get into the Corey Coleman thing in a second. Let's get a sip of coffee before. We all know when I do these streams, this coffee always gets ice cold. So hold on one second. Corey Coleman. Now, when the Giants got Corey Coleman, New York Giants fans went ballistic, and I was upset. People announced it when I was doing the Met game. I didn't freak out. I was just kind of in shock. I didn't expect it. But at the end of the day, the guy was a 4th or 5th wide receiver. I'm not going to get that bent out of shape. The guy that they brought in ran a 4.39 40. He's 6'2" from Cleveland. Maybe he's the guy. He's the same guy that replaced Corey Coleman in Cleveland. You didn't see Cleveland Brown fans going crazy about it. Coleman was a bust with Cleveland. He had a great 8-game stint with us as a kick returner. I wanted to see him make the team. He worked his ass off. I hope he gets an opportunity somewhere else. Is that going to make me go ballistic and say, oh, the season's over, this team doesn't know what they're doing? No. That's a minor thing to me. Ryan Conley was a guy I wanted to make the team. But in the back of my head, I always said to myself, I think there's at least a slight possibility he's not going to make it because of the injury last year. I still thought he would have. And then when you look at the fact that the Giants drafted, 5-6 linebackers, I'm not too shocked. I'm surprised, but I'm not like, I don't think it was the craziest thing in the world that he didn't make the team for either one of those players. Obviously, I would have liked to seen both of them make it. What's going on there, Johnny Kelly? Thanks for popping in. What's going on, BK? Zeke fan in the house. Cowboys win Sunday. Rams lost a lot of defense all season. Cowboys are the favorites. I took a shot at my pick'em video this week. I took a shot. Cowboys are the favorites. I'm being completely honest. The Cowboys do not impress me as a football team on the road last year. I think they have a lot of talent. It's why I ranked them 7th in my power rankings today. But I got to see a lot more out of them on the road, and we'll see. I think it's a good test for you guys week 1. What's going on there, Jersey Life? What's going on, Dire Giants fan? Moo's in the house. Irwin in the house. Thanks, Bob. Yes, coffee. CAWFEE, coffee. I'm kind of nervous about Downs at linebacker. You should be. But I think I'd be nervous about whoever we had at that linebacker position outside of Martinez, and I'm nervous there too. Based on the way he is in coverage. But we've been nervous who's ever playing that linebacker position since Antonio Pierce left the team. We haven't had any stability whatsoever. Downs did get good write-ups, and we got to hope that he's the guy. We got to hope that he does a good job. But, yeah, is he somebody that I'm fully bought into? No, absolutely not. That's a weakness of our team, no doubt about it. And I think it's something that we're going to have to figure out next year's draft. I think we need a good young linebacker in the core. Yeah, you should be, New Jersey. I'm not going to lie to you. We may get blown out. I don't think we're going to get blown out, MH. I really don't think we're going to get blown out. I think this is going to be a competitive football game. I think the Giants stand a good chance to win. I don't think we're going to get blown out. I honestly don't. I favor the Steelers, but I don't think we're going to get blown out. I think this will be a game. What's going on, Sarkon? Watch the Cowboys-Steelers game from 2016. It shows that Jason Garrett might do to the Steelers. I'll take a look, Sarkon. New year, Chris. Well, yeah, it is a new year. The calendar has changed. It is a new year. You have a new coach, and now you can't use that excuse anymore for Jason Garrett. I'm just kidding with you. Zach Phillips, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Do you think Pepper can play that Sam linebacker this Monday? I think he's going to, not exclusively, but yes, I think you'll see him in that role in certain points in the game. Absolutely. I think the Giants are going to have so many different that's one of the things I'm most looking forward to, by the way, in this game. All the different alignments that this defense is going to come out in. I think you're going to have so many different packages. Patrick Graham's very creative. You're going to see a lot. You're going to see packages where you got 6 linebackers out there at the same time. Everybody's going to be standing up at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be creative. They're going to show a lot of different looks at the opposing offense. So, yes, I do think Peppers will be used in that role. I think Peppers will be used all over the field. He's one of the most versatile players on this team, along with Lorenzo Carter and Logan Ryan. I would say that those are probably our 3 most versatile players. Absolutely. Sacred, man, thanks so much for love, man. I appreciate it, my man. He says, I hope we put the whole league on notice. Big Ben is in the wrong place with the wrong team in the wrong decade. Now, I got to go back and look at this. I want to have all my ducks in a row. All my ducks in a row. By the way, Sacred, I was trying – I know you remember. I know Dyer's in here. He's a member. I was trying to think of something to give you guys, because I give you guys like one live stream a month. I think what I'm going to do for you guys tomorrow, because it's not a time-sensitive video, I'm going to be releasing my preview video tomorrow, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm going to release it to you guys if you want to watch it. Probably around like 12 or 1. You guys get to watch it first, and then I'm going to release it to the public. So I'm trying to think of things for you guys because I feel like I don't do enough. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. And, like videos that are non-time sensitive, I'll release it like a couple of hours in advance for you guys. And I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. He says, I hope we put the whole league on notice. Big Ben. Yeah. And as far as Big Ben goes, man, like I said, man, the thing that we got going for us right now, I think we're going to be able to get pressure up that middle with all the injuries on the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow as more details come out. But if they're missing a lot of guys on that offensive line, I do think we're going to be able to generate pressure up the middle. I do think we're going to do a decent job stuffing the run with James Conner. And if we could create some sacks, maybe some fumble opportunities, that could sway this football game. Send the cannolis, Waterfly says. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Max Major, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. What's going on there, JD, man? Thanks for popping in. What's going on, Nick the Wick? What's up, Dana? Back in the stream. Jeffrey, man, glad to see you here, my man. The Washington D-line will give Philadelphia problems with injuries out the O-line. I agree with you. I'm going to be calling that game as well. It's a game I'm really looking forward to calling between the football team and the Eagles. I talked about that yesterday, and I do think with the injuries to that Eagles offensive line, I do think that the football team is going to be able to get a ton of pressure. I really do. And I think it's going to be a close game. I honestly think Washington could win that game. I'm going to pick the Eagles. I did 17-14, but I think it's going to be a close game. Jason, man, thanks so much for love. He says, if Daniel Jones has 15-plus fumbles again this year, would you have serious concerns about him being the long-term quarterback? Yes. Yes. I'm not gonna paint a pretty picture. I don't think he will. At least I hope he won't. But yes, if he has 2 years in a row where he had 18 fumbles last year and 15 fumbles this year, last year he was top 5 all time. Now, of course, a lot of that is context. How, you got to go back and look at the fumbles, right? But yes, it's something that would concern me. I don't think we're going to be concerned at the end of the year. I expect him to clean that up. I've gone over this. I did a video on this. There's been a number of great quarterbacks that struggled mightily in that department in their rookie year. Lamar Jackson was one of them. I think he fumbled 13 or 14 times. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback who ever lived, fumbled 12 or 13 times in his rookie year, cut his fumble rate in like a third. Tony Romo had tons of fumbling problems early on. I think they could fix it. I think they will fix it. I don't expect 15, 16, 17, 18 fumbles. I really don't. But if he has it, yes, it's something that you have to start the question. Brian, man, thanks so much for love. He says, do you think Ingram finally stays healthy this year and becomes the elite tight end we think he can be? Man, I'm going to say this. And I've drafted Ingram I'm in like 10 fantasy leagues now because I've had so many of my subscribers. Hey, Chris, can you do my league? Hey, Chris, I'm too nice of a guy. I say yes to everybody. So I'm in way too many fantasy leagues. But there are a number of fantasy leagues that I'm in. I would say half where I have Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram this year is going to be a beast in the passing game in this offense. Do I think he's going to stay healthy? No, I don't. I'm being honest with you. I really don't. The guy's missed 14 games in 3 years. He missed half the season last year. He's got to, it's kind of like the Giants right now. Everybody that's saying the Giants are going to be phenomenal. I got to see it before I believe it. It's the same thing with Evan Ingram. Until he could give me a 16-game schedule without getting hurt, I don't believe it. But here's what I will say. Here's the good news. If Evan Ingram does get hurt, I think Caden Smith could step in and do a fine job in this offense. He's a good blocker. He's got good chemistry with Daniel Jones. I think he'll do a fine job. Let's see what we got here. I traded for Evan Ingram and traded Fant and Stephon. I like Ingram. I like Ingram a lot, man. Let's see what we got here. Can Barkley run all over Pittsburgh? William, a lot of people have been asking me that as well. Can Barkley do well against Pitt? Listen, Barkley could have a big run against any team in the league. Okay, and you remember his rookie year, he went up against Jacksonville. Jacksonville had the best defense in football that year, at least going in. Those were the expectations coming off the AFC Championship game. He broke a big run. He broke a big run against Dallas last year, first game of the year. Tremendous defense before he went down with the injury later in the year. I don't care how good the defense is. We saw him go for $130 on the Chicago Bears the year that they won 11-5 with the league's best defense. Saquon Barkley is capable. Every team stacks the box on Saquon Barkley, and when you stack that box and you miss, Barkley will make you pay. There's going to be 1 or 2 plays in this game where Barkley breaks a big run. I have no doubt in my mind, as long as the New York Giants give him the opportunity. You got to give him his 20, 25 opportunities. He's going to break 2 or 3 big runs for you. He's going to do it. I don't care how good the defense is. He's too talented. You miss 1 tackle, this guy could break it for 20 yards, and he'll be able to do it. Let's see what we got here. Good luck to the G-men this year. Washington football. What's going on, Leon Ellis, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Minka's going to be all over. Minka Fitzpatrick's phenomenal. Minka Fitzpatrick's one of the best players in defense. It was in the NFL. It was a great acquisition for the Steelers last year. Very versatile. Do you think Danny Dimes is throwing any picks this week? All right, Julian, I hope not. That's what I'll say. I'm going to go an optimistic. I hope not. But I will say this. If we ask Daniel Jones to throw the ball a ton, yes. I think for Daniel Jones to be successful in this game, it's got to be an efficient game for Jones. He's got to be set up in second and short, third and short opportunities. If he's out there 3rd and 8, 2nd and 10, you're asking for it. With this defense, you're asking for it. So to me, it depends on the run game. I don't want Daniel Jones throwing for 300 yards in this game. If Daniel Jones throws for 210 yards, 1 touchdown and no interceptions, and we control the clock with Saquon Barkley, and we don't turn it over, that's a win for me. I want him to be a game manager in this game. I feel like Garrett's offense is fit for Jones, Zachary says. I agree with you. What's going on there, Ray West? He says, can you give me a quick summary of what you think the Giants season is going to look like this season? 6-10. It's what I've said. That's my expectation, but it's football. I don't like to give whole season predictions before the year starts because every week could be completely different. There are so many injuries, and with the COVID and everything else, who knows what the team you're going to be playing has on their football team that week. So it's very hard to predict. It's a game. It's a lot of luck in football. It really is. It's when you match up against these teams. Who's out for the game? Right now, the Giants are getting lucky. The Steelers, they could potentially be without 3 offensive linemen from what I've heard. So a lot of that has to do with that. That's why I don't like to make predictions in terms of the overall record before the year starts. To me, it's a week-by-week basis. But the Giants, they've got a young team. They've got players with potential, but they haven't reached it yet. They've been voted on as I think it was the most talented or second most talented. I made a video on it, under the age of 25. The main reason being they've been drafting so early the last 2 or 3 years. So they're young, they're talented, but they haven't reached their peak yet. So that's my breakdown of the Giants. Jason, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it, man. He says, Giants fans shouldn't be upset about Jones being a game manager. Tom Brady was a game manager for about 3 to 4 years. We just need DJ to make the right plays. Jason, game managers could win as long as they got the balls to make the throws when they need to be made. Okay? Tom Brady was a game manager for a large portion of his career. He won Super Bowls. And I'm not saying I want Daniel Jones to be a game manager every week. Against a team like this, Daniel Jones last year took a lot of what I thought were unnecessary shots at times. Now, I like that he's got balls. I like that he's willing to make the throws when they need to be made. No doubt about it. But in a game like this, with a defense like this, I don't want him trying to fit balls into tight windows. I just don't. This defense is ferocious. I think you got to be smart this week. Do I like what's going on, X-Man, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Robert, I'll have my score prediction out tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my preview tomorrow. I'll have my score prediction out tomorrow. I'll tell you this. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be within 3 or 4 points either way. That's my prediction going in. There's a little preview for you. I'm not going to tell you who I got winning. What's going on, X-Man? Thanks for popping in. How do I feel about Valentine on the Yeah, I know, Benjamin. You're going to keep picking him. Yeah, I know. Of course, Burrow's the quarterback. Of course, Burrow. I was thinking about Mixon, and then I said Joe, and I said Mixon instead of Burrow, and I got to hear about it from 50 people. I know. What was I gonna? What do I think about Valentine at the cornerback too? He's a big question mark. Big question mark. He's a big question mark. He's a guy that I hope has a good year, but I'm not comfortable with any cornerback outside of James Bradbury on this defense right now. So he's another. I got to see it to believe it. Last year he struggled mightily. I know that he was in the slot. I know that he's got some ability. He's a good athlete. He's definitely the weak link to our defense going into the year. No doubt about it. Let's see what we got. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I appreciate it, man. You guys are the best subscribers on YouTube. Would you rather have had Beal than Valentine? To me, they're kind of the same, and Beal probably would have gotten hurt. We're talking about injury-prone players like Evan Ingram. To me, it's the same thing with Beal. The guy could never stay healthy throughout his entire career. Not really. I mean, I would have rather had DeAndre Baker if he wasn't a numbskull. Yeah, in terms of Beal and Valentine, potato. I mean, I don't really view one much better than the other. Let's see what we got here. What did Elvis say? Why did he say damn Elvis? What did Elvis say? All right, something about strippers. What's going on, Gavin? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Any McKinney news? McKinney's going to be out. Expect McKinney to be out for, I would guess, at least the first 7 or 8 weeks. I could be wrong. But I think the New York Giants are going to play it safe. They got Logan Ryan. He can play that safety position. You can move him around. I don't expect them to rush McKinney back. He may not be back until after the bye. I think the Giants are going to play it safe. Hey, Chris, do you think Judge will let Jones run the ball more? Angel Rodriguez says. I think that there's going to be more RPO plays. I think there's going to be more designed options to run. But I've said many times, I don't want to see Daniel Jones run the ball a ton. I don't. I think you're asking for your quarterback to get hurt. I want him to throw the ball more. I like the option for him to run. I like the play action rollouts, give him the ability to extend plays with his legs. But I think you're asking for trouble. I really do. He got hurt last year when he ran the ball up the middle. I don't want to see him running a ton. I do like him having the option with a play action rollout to at least extend the play and make a play on the run. What do we, double overtime in the basketball? Yeah, I haven't been watching the basketball games. If the Giants are 500 by the time they get to the bye, do you think the Giants make the playoffs? Oh, man. Again, that's way too hard for me to tell you right now. Way too hard for me to tell you right now because I don't know what our team's going to look like. I don't know if we're healthy. There's way too many questions from me if we get to the bye at 500. Because if you look at the second half of our schedule, those last 6 games after the bye, it's brutal. Look at the teams we play. We play the Seahawks. We play the Ravens. We play the Cardinals. We play the Browns. We play the Cowboys. I would think we got to be I think we play 10 games. I think we got to be 6-4 if we have a shot at the playoffs because those last 6 games are brutal. I could be wrong, though. Feed the runner. What position would you consider is your weakest link? Right, cornerback 2. Cornerback 2 is definitely – I'm going to have to turn the fan on in a second. I'm going to do that. It's hot down here. I didn't realize it was going to be this hot. Cornerback 2, I think, is our second is our biggest weakness. No doubt about it. I trust Bradbury. The second cornerback spot is a major liability for this defense. And then on the offensive side, I think it's the right tackle. I don't trust Cam Fleming going into the year. I would say the right tackle on offense, and I would say the second cornerback on the defensive side of the ball. Let me turn on the fan real quick because I'm sweating. I'm going to be back in 20 seconds. All right, let's see what we got here. I was really looking forward to McKinney. Yeah, McKinney ain't playing this game. He ain't going to be playing for a while. Daniel Jones, more turnovers than touchdowns. You're talking about for the year? I mean, no, not for the year. In this game, possible. It's a very tough defense. I'm not going to underestimate them. Hopefully not. Or do you mean if you're including fumbles and touchdowns, I'll still say no. Last year he had 23 turnovers combined between fumbles and touchdowns. I think he cuts the fumbles in half this year. And I think he does a better job in terms of throwing from well, I don't know if he's going to throw for that many more because I think they're going to be running the football a lot more. But I do think he does a better job in terms of the turnovers. Feel free to let the Moas out, brother, like Nona says. Can we sneak into the playoffs, bro? Listen, it's football. It's football. That's what I say every time. It's football. Am I picking us to go to the playoffs? No, but there's 7 teams that make the playoffs now. It gives you a better opportunity if you can sneak in and go at 8-8. And you know what? There are several teams in this league. If the ball bounces the right way, you can find a way to win 8 games. So, am I predicting it? No. I still think we're a year away. But it's possible. For sure, it's football. And if these players progress faster than I anticipate and a lot of experts and a lot of Giants fans think, sure. Here's what I'll say, man. If in your heart, if you're being unbiased, you're not putting your Giant jersey on, you're not thinking from a Giants fan's perspective, if in your heart you honestly feel that Daniel Jones is going to be a top 8, 9, 10 quarterback this year, my answer is yes. My answer is yes. I don't know if he's going to be. That's a big leap. But if you think he's going to be a top 8 quarterback this year, sure, we can make the playoffs. Absolutely. Zeke, man, thanks so much for that, man. I appreciate it. He says, week 1 is the week to pull an upset. Giants win outright. Love the optimism, Zeke, man. First off, I want to say thank you so much for being such a great supporter of my channel, man. And thank you for being here, buddy. The Steelers, maybe they start off slow. You got Big Ben coming back. They've had some injuries to that offensive line. Maybe they start off slow. Maybe we catch them on the right week, like I was talking about earlier. A lot of football has to do with luck. It has to do with when you catch teams. Do you catch them at the right time? Are we catching Big Ben before he gets back into the flow of things? Hopefully that's the case. That's all I could say. The one other edge that I think the Steelers have over the Giants, obviously, is familiarity. I mean, you've got Mike Tomlin. He's been coaching that team forever. The New York Giants, we got a brand new head coach, Joe Judge. Never coached a game in his life. So they've definitely got some edges in this game. But hopefully the Giants come out fighting. Hopefully can find a way to win. Let's see what we got here. If they smother Barkley, he's going to have to if they smother Barkley. Hopefully they don't. I think Logan will be solid at the position. You don't think he can be a cornerback 2 and Holmes in the slot? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing I'm going to say about him. Logan Ryan has come out and said that he wants to play the safety position. The reason being is I think he feels like he's lost a step. He's played better in the slot. He wants to be a safety. I don't think the Giants are going to play him on the outside. I think he came in with the full understanding that we're going to use you in this role. I could be wrong, but I'd be surprised if Logan Ryan plays on the outside. I think Logan Ryan's going to be playing in the slot or maybe in some 3 safety sets. They're going to find ways to get him on the field, and I'm sure they're going to find ways to get Darnay Holmes on the field. Holmes might not be out there as much as you would like early on after we acquired Logan Ryan, but I honestly don't feel like he's going to be playing on the outside. We traded for Isaac Yiadom for a reason. They wouldn't just give up a 7th-round pick for no reason. I think they intend to play Yiadom or Ballantyne on that second cornerback spot. That's just my opinion. Delay a stream, 5-minute penalty remains 1 hour. I don't know what that means, Zachary, but I appreciate you for being here. You think Ben is going to be rusty not playing last year? Lloyd, that's what I'm hoping. It's possible. That's what I'm hoping. But he is a veteran. He's been playing in this league for a long time. And I'm going to do some more research before my preview video tomorrow. I'm going to see how Ben started out in terms of early on in the season in the past, and we'll see. But hopefully we can catch him rusty. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. Maybe a Steelers fan, I did no research on this yet, but maybe a Steelers fan could correct me if I'm wrong. The Steelers, I'm pretty sure, usually, from what I remember, don't start out that well. And maybe we'll catch them at the right time of the year, but they're a good football team. I would give up a 7th-round pick for a well, that's true, Waterfly. That's true, but you don't just make a trade to make a trade. They brought him in because they thought that he could at least compete on the outside. You don't just give up 7th-round picks for nothing. You're not like, oh, here's a 7th-round pick. This guy we have no plans for this guy. He's going to be on the practice squad. No. They made that trade intending to try him out on the outside. The reason they're going to try him out on the outside is because Logan Ryan's not going to play on the outside, at least to start the year. I don't think that's the plan. That may change. Darnay Holmes ain't going to play on the outside. Yes, I am streaming the game tomorrow, Zeke. Okay, let's go over the streaming schedule real quick because I get asked this all the time. You streaming the game tomorrow? Okay. I'm streaming now. I'm streaming the game tomorrow. Friday, I'm probably going to take off. Saturday, big stream. If you didn't check it out on Instagram, if you didn't see it in my community notes, the man, the legend, license plate guy is going to be on the channel. Saturday night, we're going to be talking Giants football for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. So that'll be a really fun stream. Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be streaming the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Eagles at 1. Then I'm going to be live with you guys. I'm going to have subscribers on the channel with another Giants YouTuber. We're going to talk about the game the night before. And then Monday, I'm going to be streaming the Giant game. So you're going to have a lot of Giants coverage. Believe me. Mamet, man, thanks so much for that, man. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for being a great supporter of the channel, man. I really appreciate that, man. What's going on, Abraham, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Even if we make the playoffs, look at all the great teams in the NFC. Samuel, let's just have fun with the season, man. Let's take it one game at a time. Let's see this team grow and get better. That's the way I'm looking at it going. I'm not thinking about the playoffs. If it happens, great. But let's take it one game at a time. Let's hope Daniel Jones matures and gets better. Let's hope Joe Judge grows into being a good head coach. And let's hope we're building this team for 5 to 10 years of success. Because I'm sick of being bad every single year. Okay, let's get incrementally better this year and set this team up to be able to compete for a Super Bowl for a decent amount of time. That's the goal at the end of the day. What's going on there, Mac, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. What's going on there, Gary C? What do you say? Ever watch Pittsburgh Dad? I have not, Gary. I'm assuming that I have not. I'm taking off, Chris. Good night. Go Giants. George, man, thanks so much for being here, man. Thanks for being a great subscriber. All I want is a healthy team. That's all I ask. Well, we haven't had that in forever, so don't bank on that, but I'm with you. I would like to see it. Ingram hasn't been able to stay healthy. Shepard hasn't been able to stay healthy. Hopefully they stay healthy. They're two huge parts of our team this year, so hopefully they stay healthy. Zach, man, thanks so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. He says, X-Man with a strip sack would make a wonderful anniversary present. Listen, man, I think we're going to – I honestly think we're going to get a couple of turnovers in this game. I do, especially if the Steelers' offensive line is banged up. I think we're going to create a couple of turnovers. Strip sack, interception, I don't care. Maybe Dexter Lawrence bats a ball up in the air. Haven't seen enough of that yet at the pro level. I want to see some turnovers, though. There's no doubt about it, and strip sack would be beautiful. Maybe he pulls a Lawrence Taylor or an OCU Manure would come up with the football. That'd be nice. That'd be a great anniversary present. Maybe a strip sack, we run it back for 6. I'm going to tell you this right now. If the Giants win this game, everybody's mindset is going to change. Even the most negative fans, and they will never admit it. Because they're, I try to be as realistic as possible. I'm telling you guys we're going 6-10. But there's some fans who think we're going to go 3-13, 2-14, the sky is falling. I don't care what they say. If the Giants go out there and have a good performance on Monday night, they're at least going to have a glimmer of hope. Like in the back of their mind, they won't admit it. They'll be like, no, we still suck. We still suck. We still suck. But they're in the back of their mind, they're going to say, well, if we beat the Bears and start 2-0, I mean, history does show you 70-75% of the time you do make the playoffs. So if we win this game, the fan base's mindset changes. It does. We're playing a good team, and we got a winnable game up week 2. So let's take it 1 week at a time. Everybody's mindset could change if we beat the Steelers. That's just the honest truth. Let's see what we got here. Please for yourself, Chris, just look at once everyone thought. Please just once ask everyone for a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, Waterfly. If you guys haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you guys for being a great part of my channel. I appreciate it. You guys are phenomenal. I'm going to be live all week. So if you're a Giants, I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed if you're a Giants fan. We're going to be live Thursday. We're going to be live Saturday. We're going to be live Sunday. We're going to be live Monday. We're talking Giants all week. Of course, we'll be streaming the game tomorrow, but I'm sure we'll be taking Giant questions at halftime. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it, man. Keep an eye out on the way that Jason Garrett, Joe Judge calls timeouts. Yeah, it's one thing I've really talked about that I think will be a big improvement last year. Pat Shermer was horrible at that. There was at least 2, if not 3 games last year where he burned all 3 timeouts in the second half before the 2-minute warning. At least 3 times when we were trailing. I was at one of the games against the New York Jets. Horrible at that in terms of game management. I think Joe Judge is going to be much better in everything. All the little details like that in terms of timeout usage, in terms of challenging plays, things like that. I think he's going to be much better in those aspects of the game. Let's see what we got here. I can't wait to see Jason Garrett's run game. I just want to see a potent offense, man. I was at the Jets game. The Jets game was horrible. And Dire Giants fan was at the Jets game as well. He gave me the Daniel Jones jersey. I could never say thank you enough for that, man. Great guy, great subscriber. Mehmet says, was trying to attach this message to the donation. Oh, Mehmet, sorry that got screwed up. I'll read it now. If you could ask Joe Judge any question about the season, what would it be? Ooh, Mehmet. I like that question. That's something I got to think about. If I could ask Joe Judge any question about the season, what would it be? Well, I wouldn't ask him any cliche questions because I could ask you guys going to play. Of course, he's going to say yes. If you're a successful head coach, you're always going to believe in your team. I think I would ask him like something like this. If outside of making the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl and all the cliche answers, what is it this year that is your biggest goal for this football team? That's what I'd be curious to see. I'd be curious to see that. What type of football team he wants. And he'd probably tell me what he tells everybody else. He'd tell everybody that he wants to be versatile, smash mouth football. I'd probably ask him that. And you're getting me, it's off the top of my head. But that type of that would be the type of question I would ask him. Who wins in a sumo wrestling match? Big Ben or Sexy Dexy? Oh, Sexy Dexy. Sexy Dexy's 342 pounds. I mean, Big Ben's big. But Sexy Dexy could eat Big Ben. Change the culture. Exactly, man. Oh, man. Chris, man, thanks so much for love, man. I appreciate it, man. He says, yo, off topic. Nick, man. By the way, Nick, great subscriber, man. Thanks for popping in. He says, yo, off topic. Celtics-Raptors game, insane. What player are you most excited to see this season, bud? Lorenzo Carter is a guy I keep saying on the defense. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm really optimistic about him, but we'll see. On the offensive end, I mean, Daniel Jones. I'm really excited. And Saquon, the cliche answers, and Slayton. But I would say Carter on the defense. I really think he's going to break out. Chris, thank you so much for love. He says, do you think the Giants have a shot at the playoffs if we win 2 out of the first 3 games? Because I think we can win the first 2. Yes. If the Giants start 2-0, I'm going to tell you guys there's a realistic chance we can make the playoffs. Why couldn't we? You need to win 6 out of your last 14 at that point. And you still got 2 skin games or 2 football team games. Yes. You got the Bengals still on your schedule. Yes. We could have an opportunity if we win the first 2. But let's win the first 2. And then we'll worry about the possibilities. Let's win the first 2 first, guys. Let's win the first game. Then we worry about the Bears, and then we'll talk about it. John, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. He says, all these experts have us going to the playoffs. I hate when they hype us. I'd rather be underdogs. John, which experts have us going to the playoffs? The only guy I've seen, maybe I'm wrong and maybe I've been missing it. The only guy I've seen having the Giants go to the playoffs is the guy on Good Morning Football, whatever that channel's called. I've made a couple of videos on him. But outside of that, I mean, I was watching ESPN's power rankings. They got us at by the way, I didn't look at any power rankings before I made my video today because I didn't want to be influenced. And then I was like, you know what? Let me take a look. Let me see where everybody else has got us. I think ESPN has us at 28. I think there was another one where I saw had us at 30. Nobody's picking us from what I've seen. Maybe there's a couple of guys here and there, but overall, I don't think many people believe in the New York Giants this year. I think they've been laughing at our head coach, and hopefully he goes out there and he proves a lot of them wrong. What's going on, Gary, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. He says, he also picked the Bears to make the playoffs. The Bears. I'll tell you what, the NFC North, who knows with that division. I don't think the Packers are going to run away with it. I am picking the Packers in the North, though. The Vikings did improve after they got Yannick. I've talked about the Lions. But I think the North is kind of up for grabs, but the Packers are the clear-cut favorite. What's going on there, TD, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. You put the Titans too high. We'll see about that, sports influencer. I think people are hating on the Titans, and I'm starting to get behind them because when I feel like people overly hate a team, I think it makes me want to bring them in and give them a hug. And that's kind of where I'm at with the Titans now. I think people have overly hated the Tennessee Titans. 342 times. That's right, Vincenzo, man. Brandon Allen in the chat, man. What's going on, my man? Do you think Carter has a sack week 1? I'm going to say yes. Why not? I just hope here's the better question, because I don't really care about individual sacks, especially with this team and their defensive philosophy. Or we're going to have at least 3 or 4 team sacks. I hope so. I think the Giants will have more sacks this year. I think they'll create more turnovers because they're going to be blitzing so much. But I also think we're going to be giving up more big plays. So you're going to see more action on the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion, this year. Bro, I can't see you. Must be on my end, Aiden. Yeah, I don't know why that is, Aiden. Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about that, my man. The news on Von Miller's horrible. Horrible. I was not high on the Broncos before that. Now I'm definitely not high on them. But yeah, that's horrible news. You lose your best player going into the year. Tough stuff, man. Where will Marcus Golden be? Marcus Golden's going to be on the outside. Marcus Golden's a one-trick pony. Now he's good at that trick, but Marcus Golden's a one-trick pony. He's not dropping back at coverage. He's not guarding against a run. Marcus Golden knows one thing. He knows how to get after the quarterback. He's not a very versatile player. It's why I think the Giants weren't super interested in bringing him back. They didn't think that he fit the scheme very well, but when they saw that they get him on $5 million, veteran presence, a guy that's good at getting after the quarterback, Marcus Golden's going to be on the outside. Marcus Golden's going to be getting after the quarterback. I don't think he'll be starting. He hasn't been on the initial depth chart. I never thought he was going to be starting even after we brought him back. I think he's going to be a situational pass rusher in 3rd and long and 2nd and long situations, but he's going to be an edge rusher. If anybody's versatile in that group, I think it's Carter. I think Carter could play on the inside. I think you can play him up the line a bit. He did that last year, but for the most part, I think the other guys, they're going to be pretty much strictly pass rushers. Let's see what we got here. Guys, I need some big listen, I need everybody in the chat, by the way. We're 5 days away. We're 5 days away from opening night for the New York Giants. We got to practice. I mean, Joe Judge is talking about practicing, okay? We as fans got to practice. Every time the New York Giants score a touchdown during my live streams, everybody knows what I do. I need everybody in the chat right now. Stand up, New York Giant fans. Hopefully, we get a lot of that on Monday night. Hopefully, the New York Giants get a ton of touchdowns. First 3 games for every team is going to be a train wreck. That's right, man. That's right. Bavit is in the chat. What's going on, Bavit? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. What's going on there? Boogie, thanks for popping in the stream, man. What's going on, Big Daddy Nelly? Let these stand up. There's the stand-ups, my man. What's going on, guys? Johnny, man, thanks so much for love, man. I appreciate it. He says you can see the entertainer because he's just John Cena. That's right. That's right, Johnny, man. Can't wait for Monday, man. Johnny, man, glad to see you here, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being such a great supporter of the channel, man. Great guy, man. Been with me forever, man. Thank you guys for being here, man. I'm hyped too, Alton Car, man. What's up? Do you have a Packers prediction? Yeah, I'm picking the Packers to win. I talked about that in my spread video. And it was kind of more of a hunch than anything else. So there was no real analyzation that went into it. I think the Packers and Vikings know each other very well. The Packers swept the season series last year. I just think they have their number. I even think the Vikings might be better in terms of 53-man personnel, and they're at home. It's just a hunch. I think Aaron Rodgers finds a way to win that game opening week. What's going on there? Ghost, thanks popping in the stream, my man. What's going on there, real people? Brandon Allen's got the Giants. I love it. Brandon Allen's a big Bears fan. I'll be the Lions are one of my sleepers, but it's kind of like a duo sleeper with you guys because I kind of think both you guys are underrated. But I'll be pulling for your Bears this year, man. What's going on, Fabian, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. How do you think Daniel Jones will perform in week 1? Clips Mick says. Again, it's very hard for me to tell. How Daniel Jones performs to me comes down to how the New York Giants establish the ground game. If we're able to run the ball properly and get into manageable situations, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll throw for 200, 210 yards, no interceptions. He'll be efficient. He'll throw a touchdown, and that's all I want. If you got Daniel Jones on your fantasy team this week and you want the Giants to win, don't start him. Because if the Giants are going to win, he's going to manage the game. He's not going to get into a shootout against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if he's going to have a good fantasy game, the Giants are going to be playing from behind and be forced to pass. So my suggestion to you, if you're a Giants fan, don't start Daniel Jones this week. What's going on there, Dollar Beer? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Jesse Bryan, never apologize for being late. Thank you for popping in the stream at all, my man. I hope the Giants blitz all night. They're going to be blitzing a lot, William. Last year, they blitzed 41% of the time on 3rd down. They're going to be blitzing. Believe me. Rodgers MVP. I'm not going to go that far. And I do love Aaron Rodgers, though. You know that. I'm not going to go that far. But He's being slept on, man. Aaron Rodgers has been slept on the last 2 years. You know that, man. Raptors won. All right, good stuff, man. There you go. We got a game 7. I don't watch basketball right now because I can give 2 shits because I'm a Knicks fan. But at least you get a game 7. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Jed Lowry will not play this season. Oh. Well, what a shocker that is. Do you think we will surprise people this year? Sosi says. I think we're going to compete. What do you mean by surprise? Does that mean win 10 games? Because in my heart, I say no. But I think we're going to play tough teams close. I don't think we're going to get blown out. I think we're going to compete week in and week out. I don't think we're going to get embarrassed. I really do. I think we're going to be well prepared. I think we're going to come to play. What receiver will have the most success this game? Evan Ingram, if you count him. Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram will do well. I think he'll be heavily targeted. In the limited research I've been able to do so far, I'm going to do more tomorrow. I think the Giants are going to look at that tight end position. I think Evan Ingram's going to have a good game. Yeah, I'll go Evan Ingram. Let's see what we got here. What's going on, New York for life, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Who's ready for kickoff Monday? Let's wipe some Steelers' ass. Who's with me? Jesse, I'm with you. I don't know if I want to wipe their ass. That's something that Odell Beckham may want to do, Jesse. So I don't know if I'm into all that, but I'd like to kick their ass. Wiping the ass, you might want to message Odell. Odell might be into that, not me. Let's see what we got here. Tate, do you think that Golden Tate will be the same as last season? I do. I think Golden Tate's going to have a good year for the New York Giants this year. What's going on there, Bob Wells? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Let's see what we got here. Ingram can be a Pro Bowler. I agree. If Ingram could stay healthy, he's going to be a Pro Bowler this year. Oh, man. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for popping in the stream. And Dire Giants, man. Thanks so much for love, man. I really appreciate it. He says from Austin. Oh, I'm sorry I missed the question. Who is getting the first pick for the defense? First pick for the defense. Ooh. Let's go with Jabril Peppers. I think Peppers going to get the first pick for the defense. Yeah. Peppers. Why not? Chisolo, man. Thanks so much for love, man. I really appreciate it. He says, Danny touchdown interception ratio with Saquon. Exactly. I did a video on that. 21-6 and without 4-6. Chris, we winning this shit. Football season is back, and I am back, baby. Chisolo is freaking awesome. He's always in my football streams. He don't care if it's the Thursday night game, the Monday. He's always in my football streams. He's awesome. Great subscriber. Glad to see you in here, man. Hope you're doing well. And I did a video on that. And that is a crazy stat when you think about it. Now, granted, in those 3 games, the New York Giants played the Vikings, who had a good defense. They played the Patriots, who had a great defense. And they played the Skins, who had a bad defense. They later played the Skins, and Jones threw for 5 touchdowns with Barkley in the lineup. But in the 3 games that Barkley did not play last year, Daniel Jones had 4 touchdowns, 6 picks. In every other game that he played, the 9 other starts, he had 21 touchdowns and 6 picks. It's a big difference. Saquon Barkley changes a lot. We didn't have a healthy Saquon last year. Should help Daniel Jones a lot, man. Let's see what we got here. Y'all think Odell really – no, G-Pride, I'm kidding. I mean, I hope I'm kidding. I hope that's not real. But you got to poke a little fun sometimes. Hey, Chris, I'll probably be watching the game on my phone, but I'll watch your live stream on my PS4. Angel Rodriguez, man. Any support you want to give me, man? Listen, man, I say it all the time, man. I completely am with people that don't want to be in the stream. When I watch a football game, if I'm not streaming, I want to be zoned out. But you want to be part of the party, you want to be with the fans, you come on by. Hopefully you come by, hopefully you have some fun. Chris, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Assuming our offense stays healthy and the O-line improves a little, do you think DJ or Saquon has a shot at the MVP? I'm going to say DJ, no. Saquon, yes. If the Giants make the playoffs this year, and I've been saying this for a long time, if the Giants ever made the playoffs this year, Saquon Barkley's going to be in the top 3 for MVP because they're going to ride him. They're going to ride him. Saquon Barkley's going to have 2,300 yards for this team to make the playoffs, total yards from scrimmage. So I would say Barkley has a good opportunity to win the MVP if the Giants make the playoffs. Jones, I would say probably not. I think Barkley would be our MVP if we made the playoffs. What's going on there? Sam, thanks for popping in the stream. New York for life, man. Thanks so much for love, man. He says, Shade, Chris, don't you think Odell has been dragged through shit? I had to take a little stab. New York for life. I didn't make a video on it. I had so many people on Twitter, Chris, you're going to make a video. I said, no, I'm not going to waste my time. But he set me up for a layup. The comment in the chat was literally, are we going to wipe the Steelers' ass? And my first thought is, why would we wipe the Steelers' ass? First off, most of them are 300-pound men. I don't want to be wiping anybody's ass, let alone a 300-pound man. And then I said to myself, well, maybe OBJ would like to. We heard all the news with that. Chizolo, man, thanks so much for love. He says, first time seeing OBJ as a number 2 receiver. There we go. Now we're getting the puns out. What's going on, Justina? Thanks for popping in the stream. Jesus Christ. Let's see what we got here. What's going on, BX, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. DJ can definitely win MVP. It's coming in. I agree he could win the MVP. I just think it's a little early to be saying that, but I definitely think he could be. Exactly why I want a running back in the draft. The Giants running Barkley into the ground, especially this. They're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to run the ball a lot, and he's a special player. And thank you for that, guys. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. And Justina, thank you for posting that. Yeah, if you guys haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. Ring the bell. I'll be live all week. We'll be talking about OBJ and his bathroom habits. We'll be talking about the Giants. We'll be talking about the game tomorrow night, opening football. We'll be doing a whole lot. We're going to be doing a whole lot. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it, man. Let's see what we got here. Y'all trash. I appreciate that, Clutch. Clutch, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for coming in and letting me know. I'm curious to know who your team is. Are you the Steelers? Are you a Steelers fan? Who's your team? I want to know, Clutch. Who's your team? You're coming in, you're calling us trash, and that's fine. But I want to know if your team's trash. Who's your team, Clutch? I want to know. Let's see what we got here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it, man. And what's going on there? Johnny, thanks for popping in the stream, man. Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers are not trash. I have respect for your football team. I picked you guys to go to the Super Bowl last year. I will say one thing. Your GM is clueless. Your GM's absolutely clueless. You got one of the best quarterbacks who's ever lived, and you traded up for a backup quarterback in a year in which you guys went to the NFC title game, and then you drafted a running back in the second round who should have won in the 4th or the 5th. But outside of that, you guys are doing a great job, and I think you'll win the North this year. Let's see what we got here. Would you ring my bell? No, I don't ring men's bells. I don't ring men's bells unless it's on the YouTube channel. Let's see what we got here. Packers ownership. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Saeed says you should watch the Islanders. They might win the Stanley Cup. I'm going to get more into that Islander series as it gets going. People have asked me to stream those games. If that series gets to a 6th game where the Islanders could get to the Cup, I'll do a watch-along. I'm not going to do a play-by-play. If it's a Game 7, I'm not a huge hockey fan. I get into the big games. I'll watch that as the series gets going as long as it doesn't interfere with my YouTube schedule. But I will probably do a watch-along for Game 6 or 7 as long as it doesn't interfere with the football schedule. Let's see what we got here. What's going on there? Word, thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Andrew says, is that it? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I'm a Knicks fan as well. Yes. What's going on, Gideon? Thanks for popping in the stream. Will you ring my bell? There you go. How is Golden Tate? Golden Tate has practiced the last 2 days, from what I heard. Definitely today. I think I read the last 2 days. Definitely practiced today. So it looks like Golden Tate is a go. I didn't make a video on it because I figured we'd talk about it today. I was going live. So Golden Tate looks like he's good to go. And Golden Tate last year was our most consistent wide receiver. So I'm glad about that. He's a veteran. I think he's one of the most underrated players on this football team. And we'll see what happens. Wearing an Knicks hat while talking Giants. That's what I always do. You know that. Our defense is low-key lacking. ZX, I'm not going to lie to you. It is. I mean, at least in terms of experience. I think we've got young players with talent, but they haven't reached their ceiling yet. So going in, for this defense to be good this year, at least 3 of these guys on the defensive side of the football have to reach their potential. And I'm talking about guys like Lorenzo Carter. I'm talking about guys like O'Shane Zimenez. I'm talking about, Jabril Peppers has to take a major step up. Dexter Lawrence has to become even much better. So these younger players really have to progress this year if this defense is going to be better than people think. Riley, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Stand up. Will you ever stream a UFC fight? I actually have once, and I will in the future. I still owe Dire Giants fan another one. I might be streaming the Tyson fight. I don't know how it's going to fit my schedule, but I promise I will be doing another one of those. I just don't know when. It'll probably be in the off season because football I'm just way too busy during the football season. But it'll probably be in the offseason. I'll do another UFC event. Let's see what we got here. What can Brown do for you? Perry Max says, what's going on, man? You talking about Cam Brown? We'll see if he gets an opportunity. I don't think he's going to get to play much his first year. You live stream the game on Monday. Oh, G Pride is the does a bear shit in the woods? Is the Pope Catholic? Is the sky blue? Yes, we are. I'll be live streaming that game on Monday. 1,010%. And we're gonna have a lot of fans in here. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And hopefully we come out with a win. Matter of fact, I'll probably go live about a half hour before, just because it's the first game of the season. Usually we go live 15 minutes before. We'll get the crowd pumped up. We'll be ready to go on Monday Night Football. It's going to be an absolute blast. Hopefully you come by. What's going on, Jay Strubs? Thanks for popping in the stream. What's a stream a Khabib fight? Maybe I don't know much about UFC, but people ask me all the time. Are you going to? Yes, I'm going to be with Bad Dog. Logic Talker, as far as I know, yes. Ron says, are you predicting a score? Marjorie, what's going on? Thank you for popping in the stream. Yes, you'll get my score prediction tomorrow. Little hint, I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be within 3 or 4 points either way. So, do you think the Saquon is back up to 100%? Yeah, 100. Why am I even thinking about that? Yes, I think Saquon Barkley is absolutely 1,000% going into the season. No doubt in my mind. Yes, 1,000,000% Saquon Barkley. Not even a doubt in my mind if he's 100%. Michael says, I hate my life. Well, I'm not a therapist, but I'm sure maybe there's somebody in the area that you could talk to. Probably shouldn't be in a Giants stream if you hate your life. Let's see what we got here. Odell Beckham Jr. Chris, hey, just got here. Draft just ended. I screwed it up again as well. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm glad that you're here. Maybe you could get good on the waiver wire acquisitions. Maybe you can improve your team a lot. Darius Slayton will have 1,000 yards this year. I think Darius Slayton fits this scheme very well. I've talked about that numerous times. I think he's going to have a good year for the New York Giants. I don't know if he's going to lead the team in yards. I think it'll be Ingram if he stays healthy in terms of receiving yards. But I think he's going to average at least 18 yards a catch. Last year, he averaged about 16.5, which was still good for, I think, 17th, 18th, or 19th in the league. And that was in the Pat Shurmur offense, where it's a lot of crossing patterns. This is more vertical shots down the field. In Auburn, he averaged like 20 yards a catch. I think he's going to be more of a big play threat in this offense. Expect him to make, do more damage with the catches that he does get. I think he's going to average about 18.5 to 19 yards a carry. He's going to be near the league leaders in that, in my opinion. I think last year the Cowboys, I think, got 2 or 3 guys in the top 15 in that department. I think he's going to be up there in that department. Even if he has 50 catches, I think he'll be close to 1,000 yards. I could see 50 catches for 900 yards, 950 yards, and 8 or 9 touchdowns. I think he's going to do a lot with not as many opportunities as some of the other receivers. Will Darnay Holmes be a starter by the end of the year? Yes, he's going to get. Yes. If not, he's definitely going to get a good opportunity to play. Yes. Who's our second cornerback? I mean, right now on the depth chart, it's Ballantyne, but that could change. If Ballantyne doesn't play well, they're going to go to the next guy up, and that's probably Isaac Yiadom. If you truly hate your life, I recommend watching that. Yeah, well, that'll probably make you hate your life more, Ray, but I mean, he could do that. He'd feel right at home. Chris, Rogers is going to be on the Pat McAfee show every 2. Wow, that's crazy, Hayden. That's awesome, man. That's a great get by him. What's going on, Amaya? Thanks for popping in the stream. Amaya's awesome. She's always on Twitter, always commenting my videos. She says, Danny Dimes show on Monday. That's right. Danny Dimes is going to be throwing a lot of dimes on Monday. Go G-Men, let's get this dub, Jake says. Chris, putting a lot of faith in Evan Ingram having a good year. Why? This is all predicated on if he can stay healthy, Lloyd. But the scheme that we're running is literally what you want if you're a tight end. The Air Coryell offense is literally built around the tight end. Kellen Winslow with the San Diego Chargers back in the late 70s, early 80s was catching for 1,000 yards at the tight end spot. Jason Garrett, he was the play caller with the Dallas Cowboys. Jason Witten in his career has 4 1,000-yard seasons. Garrett Cole plays for 6 years of his career. All 4 of them came in those 6 years. His other 10 years or whatever it was, never caught for 1,000 yards. I think the tight end is going to be used a lot in this New York Giants offense this year, whether that's Ingram or whether that's Caden Smith. I think Ingram presents a big mismatch for almost any team. I think he's going to get open. I think he's going to have 1,000 yards if he plays 16 games. Even last year he was on pace for near 1,000 yards, not in this offense, before he went down. Barkley on my fantasy team this year. I love my life. X-Man says Barkley's going to be a beast this year. What's going on there, Craig? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Is Evan Ingram used as a tight end as a receiver? I think he's going to be used as a tight end, but they'll split him out wide a bit. They might use him in the backfield a bit as well as an H-back, but I think he's going to be primarily used as a tight end in the passing game because of the mismatch that it represents. That's where he's at his strongest value. Who drops the first pass? Hey, man, long time. Hope all is well. Will, man, thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it, man. I hope you're ready for Monday. Thank you for being a great subscriber. Who drops the first pass? Hopefully nobody. I hope we have no drop balls the entire game. Nobody. We're not going to have a drop. Not happening. All the positive talk about players breaking out got me hyped up. Dired, man. We're fans, man. We're always going to get hyped up, man. Really hope DJ can improve the pocket awareness and bowl security. That, more so than anything else, is what we're looking forward to this year. And what I'm looking for this year is that. Daniel Jones improving the bowl security. There you go. If I was the head coach and I was a fan of the team, by year's end, I want to say to myself, okay, I don't got to go into the year worrying if Daniel Jones could hold on to the football. He's proven he has ball security. He's proven he's improved his pocket awareness. That, to me, more so than anything else, is the most important thing this season. Daniel Jones' growth in that specific area. I don't care if he throws 30 touchdowns. If he continues to fumble, can't happen. Can't be giving opposing defenses shortened field position. That, more than anything else, needs to be improved. Pocket awareness, holding on to the football, that's what I want to see more so than anything else. Did Baker get cut? Yes, Baker got cut. I'm a little late this time. What did I miss? Pete, we've been talking Giants all night, man. We've been talking about the game, fielding questions all night. Been having an absolute blast with some of the best supporters on YouTube. And I'll be live. By the way, if anybody that's just popping in, I'm going to be live tomorrow night. I'm doing the opening night game. I'm going to be calling that. Of course, we'll talk Giants football throughout the game, specifically at halftime. I'm going to be live Saturday night with the legendary New York Giants fan, license plate guy. And if you guys are Giants fan, if you've ever been to the games, you know who that is. Sunday, I'm going to be live for the Redskins and Eagles game at 1 o'clock because the Giants aren't playing until Monday. And then Sunday night, we're going to have a get-together. We're going to have subscribers on the channel. You guys are going to video in, and we're going to be talking Giants football the night before the game. Monday night, we're going to be streaming the game on this channel. New York for life, man. Thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. No one has answered a question for me tonight. Well, Elvis, I try my best. There's 450 people in here. I will try to see your next question. New York for life says, random guy, I hate my life, Chris. I feel you. But you know who doesn't? Joe Judge. And that's why he's going to be a great coach. Exactly. No excuses, man. No excuses, man. I didn't know license plate guy. Oh, yeah. License plate guy's a legend, man. If Shepard gets cut again this year, hurt again this year, do you look to trade him? Morally moral, yes. But here's the problem. If he gets hurt again, morally moral, what trade value does he have? Like, I feel like his trade value's already been crippled due to the fact that this guy's a walking concussion. Like, when you look up concussion in the dictionary, you see a picture of Will Smith and you see a picture of Sterling Shepard. The guy's had concussions through high school, through college, through the NFL. And if he gets hurt again, who's going to trade for the guy? The guy's already making a good salary. He's an injury waiting to happen. So, yes, but by the same token, what are you going to get? So that's my answer to that. I just don't think he has much trade value if he does get hurt again. Let's see what we got here. Goat World says, Chris, I love the account, but that is not something to joke about. I don't know what you're talking about, Goat World. And he wrote it twice. I don't know what you're referring to. But I'm sorry if I said a joke that offended you. How much do you trust Gettleman? I honestly don't know what you're referring to. Concussions? I wasn't joking about it. The guy's had concussions. Samuel says, how much do you trust Gettleman? I trust Gettleman a lot as a talent evaluator. I think he's a really good GM when it comes to the draft. I think he's proven that. He's also found guys as undrafted free agents that he's picked up that have done a great job. So in that aspect, I trust him. When it comes to trades, he's kind of a seat of your pants type guy. Sometimes you're going to like the trade, sometimes you're not. But he's got balls. And I just want to give Gettleman a fair shake. I want to give him an opportunity through this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. He did inherit a really bad situation, like I always say. What's going on there, Henny God? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Oh, I was just, all right, I apologize. I wasn't trying to, I don't know why the guy would come here and say that, but I apologize. You're right. I shouldn't have joked about that. You're right. What's going on there, Simon? What's going on, man? How do you see our offensive line holding up on Monday? I think we're going to struggle, if I'm being completely honest. You're asking an offensive line that's never played together, ever. You know, in terms of a unit. You got 3 new guys on that offensive line to go up against one of the best defenses in all football. I think we're going to be put to the test. I think they're going to struggle a bit, but I think we'll improve over the course of the season. But, if they play well, I'll say this. If they play well on Monday, the offensive line, you better be pumped up for the year. We're going to have a good offensive line. If we could have a great game in terms of blocking the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night, you better be pretty encouraged with this offensive line. I think it's a challenge, though. I do think we'll struggle some. Danny, man, thanks so much for the love, man. PTA Sports told me to come here. Well, here's what I'm going to say to you, Danny. Go on back to PTA Sports if you haven't done so. But PTA Sports is the absolute man. I don't know if he stopped the stream. But PTA Sports is the absolute man. The guy's awesome. If anybody has not subscribed to PTA Sports, please do so. I'm going to have him on the channel for sure throughout the season. Great Giant fan, very entertaining guy. I've had him on before. I've worked with him. Awesome dude. Check him out. Let's see what we got here. We can win this. Legends are made of. That's right, Jake, man. I love the positivity, man. And I agree. And I saw Sadan, not heard, as if you guys are actually talking to me. Yeah, I heard that. No. I read that what Sadan just said there about the running game. And the running game is the offensive lineman's best friend. And you're absolutely right. And that has a lot to do with why our offensive line has struggled as much as it has. Last year, we threw the ball 66% of the time. Can't happen. Have to run. Have to commit to the run. I don't care if it's boring. I don't care. I don't care. You've got to grind out that defense. You got to grind out the clock. Especially with a team like this with a weak defense, because that's what the Giants have right now. The clock is our best friend right now, wearing that clock out with the offense. So I agree. And I think the scheme that we're going to put together is going to be more inclined to run the ball. It's going to be a power blocking scheme. And when I read that, when Colombo first came here, I was really encouraged. If anything, be mad at me for saying it, New York Flight. Yeah, I mean, let's not get crazy here, guys. I apologize if I offended anybody. I apologize if I offended anybody. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I was just being cavalier, I guess. I apologize. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I just ordered a custom Logan Ryan jersey. What do you think of him? I'm glad that you ordered the jersey. I'm excited that he's on the team. I don't know if it was a wise decision because I don't know if he's going to be on the team after this year. It was a one-year deal, but I hope he is. And Logan Ryan's a New Jersey guy. He's glad that he's home. He's played with Joe Judge before. I'm super excited to see what he can bring to this team. You saw how excited I was when we found out about it. So, yeah, I'm super thrilled that he's a member of the staff, man. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so Simon, I'm apologizing because I honestly don't even remember what I said. So that's why I said if I said something to offend somebody, I apologize. I don't like to offend anybody. I like to come on here. I like to have fun. I like to talk about the Giants. I like to get away from the news that I watch before I go live here and get away from the real world and talk with my best subscribers and talk New York Giants football. So I don't like to offend anybody. I like people to come in here, have fun, talk Giants football, have a few laughs, talk about Odell Beckham's bathroom habits, and get ready for Monday Night Football. What's going on there, Jay? Okay, back in, Chris, my man. What's going on, Jay, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Pest is awesome, man. Rudy T says, there's a Giants channel not there. Yeah, it's not there. If you really needed help, you shouldn't be here. Stop being thank you for being here, Rudy, man. I appreciate it, man. Let's see what we got. Why didn't we go after Clowney or try to trade for Ngakoue? Good question. Ngakoue I get. I completely get Ngakoue due to the fact that we're a young team, we're not in win-now mode, and you would have to give up draft capital. And if you're giving up a second-round pick, which is at least what it would have costed, if the Giants perform poorly this year, you're giving up the 40th pick for a rental for 1 year. So I get the Ngakoue thing, not trading for Ngakoue. Clowney, I think Clowney signed for 12. Might have been 15 after incentives. I'm not 100% sure. The one thing I will say is maybe Clowney didn't want to come here. We don't know in the back channels. Like a great thing that came out today, Damon Snacks Harrison basically admitted to forcing his way off the Giants. And I remember a lot of people were bashing Gettleman. How do you trade this guy? First off, it was a good trade. Okay, he was leaving anyway. You got what you could, and you got rid of a bad contract. But everybody was bashing the Giants for trading him. It turns out the reason the Giants traded him is because Damon Snacks Harrison forced his way off the team. So I thought that was an interesting article that came out. Well, not article, tweet that came out from Snacks Harrison this week. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got Slayton for him with the extra pick. Yes, we did. Let's see what we got here. When will they retire Eli and Strahan's jersey? It will suck if fans can't be there to show love. They got to wait. They got to wait for that, in my opinion. You can't retire Eli's jersey this year. I know that they were set to retire Eli and Strahan's jersey this year. You got to wait another year. You got to give the fans an opportunity to go to that game. And as a matter of fact, if they wait another year, I'm going to go to that game. You know, I talk about going to a game every year with you guys, setting it up. That will be the game that I go to. Eli Manning is my favorite athlete of all time. I will not miss that. I will be going to that game. I will be going to his Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and I will be going to a road game next year as well. Those are two things I want to do next year. I want to go to one home game, and I want to go to one road game. And I'm hoping we could organize it, get some people together, get to go to the game if things are back to normal, and hopefully it is. And that's really what I want to do. But, yes, I completely agree. They should put that off another year. Give the fans an opportunity to be there. Let's see what we got here. You lunatic. Great work, Chris. Can you please read this? I love you, and you are the greatest Giant YouTuber. Keep up the great work. WJC, I get a lot of comments that I hate to read, and that was the worst comment I've ever read. The worst comment I've ever read. Oh, I'm disgusted. No, I'm kidding. Thank you very much, WJC, man, for the love. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you very much. Will Monroe, man, thanks so much for love, man. I appreciate it. He says, I would be involved on Sunday. How does one get involved? You're talking about having subscribers on. Okay, I have not found out a way to organize this the right way because I don't want it to be crazy. I don't want it to be a free-for-all. What I'm going to do is I am going to have one YouTuber on with myself and a Giants YouTuber, a different guy every week. I just want to give everybody some love, give everybody an equal opportunity every week to come on. I'm going to have a Giants YouTuber on the night before the game every single week, and we're going to have probably 3 guest subscribers that come on, and we'll have a panel for about 2.5 hours. We'll talk Giants football, whatever it may be. And I'm going to alternate. Each week it'll be somebody different. In terms of how I'm going to do it, I haven't been able to decide yet. The fairest thing that I could come up with is maybe in my video that day, just saying drop a comment below, and whoever gets the most thumbs ups, if you want to be on, gets to come on the channel. I don't know how else to do it because I know a lot of people are going to want to come on, and I want to be fair. I want to give everybody an equal opportunity, but I don't want it to be a free-for-all like I said. I don't want, just shifting people in. So I might have 3 guys on with a YouTuber each and every week. So that's the fairest way I could do it, to give everybody an opportunity to try to get on. What's going on, Lake Nona? Bring a Bad Dog on for the first game. Oh, Bad Dog's going to be on every game. We're going to be doing every game together. We're going to be alternating channels just like last year. Or at least that, as far as I know, that's the plan. You had me at stand up. What's going on, Victor, man? What's going on, Brian? You need the Coleman show again. Real New York Giants. I stopped. Well, this is going to kind of be like a Coleman show. Real New York Giants Mafia, because it's going to be you guys talking to me. It's just going to be via video rather than via phone call. And maybe I'll shift it. Maybe I'll have 3 guys on for a half hour, then another 3 guys could come on. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll play it by ear. But we're going to have a panel with subscribers that get to come on and talk New York Giants football. And thank you for posting my link there, man. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't done so, subscribe, ring the bell. Bring back the home gray pants, YouTube admin says. I don't know what you mean by that. What's up? Oh, you're talking about the Giants. I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, well, I do have gray pants on right now, so maybe you are talking about me. Would love to get a reply on that question. We need to keep Logan Ryan long-term. What do you guys think? It depends on how he plays. It depends on how we feel about Darnay Holmes for the future. If he's going to prevent Darnay Holmes from becoming a better football player, maybe not. I like Logan Ryan, though. I think he's a great leader. I would love to have him here long-term. It's going to depend on how they feel he is, how he plays. He's up there in age. I think he's going to be 30 next year. So if he plays great, absolutely. But at the same time, you have to think about the younger players on this team trying to progress, trying to get better. So you got to factor everything in. Can we talk OBJ shit fetish? Ben, we talked enough about that tonight. We talked enough about the OBJ shit fetish, but it was fun. It was fun. I missed the red. I was never a fan. Bad Dog's rants are hilarious about the Yankees. Yeah. I was never a fan of the Giants red jerseys. I have a number of my subscribers come in here and say they like the red jerseys. I hate the red jerseys. That's just my personal preference. I love the Color Rush jerseys. I don't have one. I got to get one. The Color Rush jerseys are beautiful. I think they're the best looking jerseys in all football. And I know I'm a Giants fan, and that's biased. I don't care. I absolutely love the white Color Rush jersey for the New York Giants. I was never a fan of the red one. This is the best Giants YouTube channel. Go Gmail. Lou, man, I appreciate that, man. Lou Ruda. Thanks for popping in, my man. Hope to see you Monday, brother. Andrew Thomas versus TJ Watt. It's going to be a great matchup. Great matchup. Great test early on. He is going to get tested unsub. YouTube admin said, I unsub. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks. I hope you're back. I hope I can win you back. If not, man, best of luck. Best of luck. What's going on there, Andrew Christopher? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Hey, Chris, is David Mayo hurt? Yes. David Mayo, from what I read, is going to be out 3 weeks. When he went down, I think that was about a week ago. So he'll probably miss the first 2 weeks if I had to guess. But, the good news for him and the Giants was it wasn't a complete tear. So hopefully he's good to go. I know. I figured it was a joke. Grim, man, thanks so much for love, man. I appreciate that, man. He says, any chance Yadam is acclimated enough to play significant minutes week 1? Judge talked about playing the hot hand. I think the main reason, what size am I? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, but I'll say, if you're talking about that, people did call me a tripod when I was in high school. I'm kidding. As far as Isaac Yadam goes, I think the major reason why the Giants brought him in, from everything that you heard, was he's really physical up at the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to fit the scheme well. We're a team that's going to play a lot of man press coverage, and I think that's a main reason why we traded for him. I think they feel like he fits the scheme very well. Whether or not he's acclimated, we'll have to wait and see. That I don't know. I do think he's going to get an opportunity, especially if Corey Ballantyne doesn't play well. And yeah, it's going to be the hot hand. If Ballantyne doesn't play well, Yadam's going to get a chance. I think Yadam's going to get a chance either way. What's going on there, Dog Tag? Thanks for popping into the stream, my man. Let's see what we got here. Angel Rodriguez, man. Thanks for popping in, man. I'm about to draft Chris. I'm first overall. Should I take CMC? Okay, Nick Young, I've been getting asked this question all the time. Who should I take? I'm picking first overall in my fantasy draft. Chris, first off, you're coming to the wrong guy. I am wearing a Saquon Barkley jersey. Okay? For me, it's not even a question. Okay? I'm taking Saquon. If I have the first pick in fantasy, I'm taking Saquon. And I'm actually going to give you analysis onto why and try to sound unbiased, but I'm biased. I'm a Giants fan. But last year, Christian McCaffrey got ran into the ground. I think he had over 400 touches. Barkley got hurt. McCaffrey's never had that kind of a workload. I worry about that. A lot of times when a running back has a workload like that, especially a running back that's 205 pounds, I don't know how they're going to respond the next year. I think Barkley is going to get a lot more touches this year than he's ever gotten. I think he's going to fit in this system very well. And if Barkley stays healthy, I think he's going to have a better year than McCaffrey. I really do. But I would take him first. And I don't know why somebody spammed there. Valentine is awful. 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 Bernardo said Valentine is awful. Bernardo, I appreciate you for letting me know. I didn't get to watch him enough last year to realize that. Go back and watch the Chicago Bears game. The guy got burned every single play. You didn't have to spam. I know. Everybody in the chat knows Valentine's been awful. We know. Believe me. You didn't even need to write in capital letters. Believe me. We know he's been awful. Yeah, I pinned it. Yes. Let's see what we got here. Let's be real, Chris. CMC is the Elm card. No. Barkley's the answer. Barkley's the answer. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Chris, do we need to move on from Ingram, or do we establish Caden Smith and Daniel Jones connection ASAP? Well, I don't know. To me, it depends on if Ingram could stay healthy this year. We still have Ingram on a cost-effective contract next year. If Ingram plays 16 games this year, there's no reason not to keep him another year. The guy's a mismatch, a nightmare. I like having two tight ends. We're going to run a lot of two tight end sets. So if Ingram gets hurt this year, maybe Caden Smith gets more of a role. I still think Caden Smith's probably going to be the tight end of the future for this team. But the thing is this: by the time that Caden Smith gets that role, if you're going to keep Evan Ingram on here through the length of his contract, by the time that Caden Smith takes over, he's going to be in the last year of his rookie deal because he's only going to have 4 years without a fifth-year option because he wasn't a first-round pick. But I do think Caden Smith will be the long-term answer, in my opinion. All right, man, thanks so much for letting me know. I appreciate it, man. He says, all right, I'm out. Looking forward to upcoming streams during the week. After 7 or so months, Monday night is around the corner. 17-14 Giants. Let's go, G-Men. My man, Dyer, Giants fan, I'm going to see you all week. I know I will. You're a great subscriber, great Giants fan. Thank you for being here. You have a great rest of your night. Let's go, Giants. I know you're going to be dreaming about it tonight, so let's go, Giants. When is McKinney coming back? I think it's going to be after the bye. But I'd be surprised if it's before week 7 or week 8. But if I had to guess, I think they're going to be very conservative. They'll bring him back after the bye. What's going on there, Junior, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. The Polar Bear strike, the Mets take the lead, right? That's good to know. Biggest need for the future right now. Biggest need for the future right now, coverage linebacker, edge rusher, defense. Coverage rusher, coverage linebacker, and an edge rusher. But also we need a wide receiver probably, but I would say defense long before the wide receiver. John, man, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. He says, hey, man, what week do you see Parrott coming in? Well, John, how does Cam Fleming play? How's Cam Fleming playing? Is Cam Fleming playing well? Is Cam Fleming playing bad? If Cam Fleming's playing poorly, probably by week 4 or 5, if he's not getting the job done, Parrott, from all accounts, would look good. It looked impressive in training camp. I don't think Fleming's going to hold that job for the whole year if he's not playing well. So I would like to say he won't play this year because that means Fleming's playing well and Parrott gets an opportunity to learn from the bench, being that a lot of people feel like he still has some learning to do. But I think he will play this year. If I had to guess, I'll say midseason. Favorite moment from the Giants last year, the Bucs game, not even close. Our first win last year, not even close. Daniel Jones' debut start, running it in for the touchdown, and then they missed the field goal. 1,000%. But I will say, you know what? I take that back. Because I'm just thinking about this year's team. Eli Manning, man. Eli freaking Manning. The send-off. Beating the Miami Dolphins. Last start of his career. Eli Manning gets to hold his child in the tunnel. That was a beautiful moment. Eli Manning, number one moment last year. Let's see what we got here. We're going to sign Damon Harrison after what I don't. Damon Harrison to me is he's not what he was. He's done, man. Eli's the GOAT. That's right. That was Afghanistan. It was beautiful, man. Ian says, will our secondary, Bradbury, Love, Peppers, Holmes, McKinney, Ryan, Beal, and Ballantyne be able to contain a great passing team like the Cowboys? I want to say yes, Ian, but it's one of those things I got to see it before I say it. We've got talent, but they're young, they're inexperienced, they're learning a new scheme, and the Cowboys are lethal. They got a ton of weapons. Have you watched 2019 Giants narrated by Eli Manning masterpiece? I have not, actually. Real New York Giants. I will have to. I have not gotten a chance to watch that. I kind of wanted Daniel Jones to struggle this first game because I didn't want people to blame Eli for everything. I get what you're saying there, Sabrina, because you knew everybody. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. You felt bad for Eli. I felt bad for Eli. I tried to stick up for Eli as much as I could, even though I still don't think it was. I still think it was a lot more than just Eli, and I think everybody agrees with that. But I was glad when Jones came in and played well, though, because to me that was kind of like, all right, we're ready, we're moving on. He's our guy. There's no more fighting back and forth. We got our guy. So I was glad that he played well. But yeah, I get what you're saying there. Let's see what we got here. Giants 10-6. That one, I love the positivity. I love the optimism. Thoughts on Connolly and Coleman cuts? Yeah, I talked about that early. Gino Schiano. I was surprised, but it's not earth-shattering. Like as New Yorkers, as passionate sports fans, we know we're gonna flip out any chance we get because we're passionate. We love our team, and but at the end of the day, they were back of the roster guys. The Coleman one, even though I was very surprised at first because he was a guy that worked his ass off, he got back in shape. We had good memories with him from 2018 with the kick returns, but he was a bust. I mean, let's be real, the guy was a bust throughout his entire career. You know what I'm saying? So he never really did much in terms of receiver with the Giants. I was rooting for him. I thought he was going to make the team, so I was surprised, but I'm not going to go nuts about it. Conley, I think Conley's the type of move they could potentially, and I don't know why I pinned that, by the way. That was an accident. I'm going to unpin that message. Conley to me is a guy that could bite us in the butt. I don't know if he will, could bite us in the butt. And I was surprised that they cut, but I wasn't shocked, like I've talked about, because we drafted so many linebackers and he was coming off an injury. But the Coleman one, I don't think it's going to hurt us at all long term. Conley could. Let's see what we got here. Andrew Thomas will be. I agree, Natalie. I think Andrew Thomas is going to be fine. He might struggle early on, like I've said, but I think he's going to be fine. Hey, Chris, as though Lorenzo Carter is rejuvenated this season, hopefully the light has come on. And you know what? Maybe I'm going to look like a fool. I'm never scared to share my opinion. I'm never scared to go out on the limb. And when I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I think Lorenzo Carter's going to have a good year. I really do. I do. And I don't know how exactly they're going to use him, but I think he's going to fit this scheme well. I've read great things about him this entire offseason. I believe in Zoe Carter this year. I wasn't holding the pom-poms last year if you watch my channel. I wasn't going crazy about Zoe Carter like a lot of people were. This year, I'm hyping him up. I think Carter's going to play well. Simon, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. He says, sup, Dana? Big meat Pete with the homer. Mets 7, Orioles 6. Also, who's going to be our starting second cornerback, slot corner, and free safety come Monday night? I'm hyped. Okay, well, first off, that's awesome that the Mets won. I haven't been able to watch the game because I've been streaming. They've been playing horrible, so I'm glad that they got a win. We needed to really sweep the Orioles, but at least we got 1 out of 2. So that's good. That's his second big home run in the last week or so. As far as the second corner, I think it's going to be Ballantyne. As far as the slot, I think it'll be Ryan, but I think they'll mix and match a bit. And free, I think you're going to have Love at the free safety in the base personnel. But you're going to have so many different looks. You're going to have looks with 3 safeties out there. They're going to find ways to get Darnay Holmes in, but I think those are the guys that will get the majority of the time starting out. Nick, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it, man. He says, if you could do it over, who would you draft at number 30 instead of DeAndre Baker? I got to think about that draft. I know on draft night I wanted them to take a tackle there, but if we took a tackle, we don't have Matt Parrott on the team or Andrew Thomas, one or the other. I wanted them to take a tackle. I forget which one. I think the Bills drafted one of the tackles that I wanted. I don't know why I can't remember the names. There was 2 tackles that went between 30 and 38 that I thought shouldn't have been there. I don't know why. I can't remember their names right now. But if I could do it all over again, even though I don't think they've performed great so far in the NFL, I probably would have taken one of them. And maybe there was a wide receiver there that I can't remember. I did like Paris Campbell. I think he went in the second round. I don't remember. I got to look back at that draft. I don't see the draft in front of me, but if you're asking me on the spot, I would say I would have went with one of those tackles instead of Baker. Byron Murphy. Well, if you're going corner, Byron Murphy's a good call. Everybody says Byron Murphy, but Cody Ford, and Juwan Taylor. There's the two tackles. Yep, those are the exact two tackles. Everybody says Byron Murphy, but Byron Murphy played bad last year. Byron Murphy was bad. And he might turn out to be very good, but he was bad last year. Juwan Taylor or Cody Ford were one of the two guys I would have taken if I wasn't going DeAndre Baker there. Prince, man, thanks so much for love. He says, I don't think Judge wants to put all of his cards on the table so early. I think Ryan will go into the cornerback too. And between Love and Colbert, free safety will be I forgot about Colbert. That's a good call. He's another guy that's been in the league. He's played in this system. He may get some opportunities too. I think you're going to see a lot of different guys. They're like Joe Judge said, they're going to go with the hot hand at a lot of these positions. So he's going to get on the field too, probably. I don't think there's going to be there'll be a handful of guys that are out there for the majority of the time, maybe 5 or 6 guys, but there's going to be a lot of rotation. And yeah, Colbert will probably be out there as well. We was one of the 3 guys that we claimed. You were right. I think Murphy can turn it around, though, this year, kind of like we were hoping for Baker. Yeah, no, he definitely could. Byron Murphy was a guy a lot of people liked. I was higher on Baker. Obviously, I look like a fool now. Greedy Williams, Byron Murphy, and DeAndre Baker were the 3 corners in that draft. So, yeah, if you were going corner, obviously Murphy would be the guy. But if not, I would have went offensive tackle. What's going on there, Christian, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Could have drafted Metcalf. People love Metcalf. Could have definitely drafted Metcalf. We got Slayton in the 5th, though, so I'm not going to go nuts about that, but it would have been nice to have 2 young receivers. I get that. What's going on there, Steelers Nation? Thanks for popping in the stream. What's going on, Ryan? Thanks for popping in, my man. 443 in the chat. Text your age. Elvis says, Chris, Mets still haven't won yet. It's going to the 9th right now. Okay, Simon. Nearly everyone thought Baker was a great pick, and certainly I did. I thought it was a good pick. I was excited on draft night that we got him. I mean, it kind of sucked that we had to give up draft capital to get him, but I wanted Baker. I'll be the first to say it. And most Giant fans were happy. So if you say otherwise, you're probably lying to yourself. Most Giant fans, I'm not saying all. I'm sure there were definitely some that were not happy, but most were happy. What's up, Sean Torres? Thanks for popping in the stream. What you sipping on? I got coffee. CAWFEE. I'm drinking some coffee. Joel's 51. Joel, what's your social security number? Don't type that. I'm kidding. Good luck on Monday. You'll need it against our defense. Raheem, I'm going to be doing my preview video tomorrow. I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel. If you're a Steelers fan, check it out, man. I'll be doing my preview video tomorrow. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give your team a lot of credit. I had you guys 10th in my power rankings. I respect your football team. I think Mike Tomlin's one of the best head coaches in football. I do think it's going to be a good game. I don't think you're going to blow us out. I think it'll be close. I think we're going to be within 3 or 4 points either way. But I respect the hell out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've only had 7 losing seasons since the Super Bowl era. They're a hell of a football team. They find ways to win games. They've got a really good defense. Might have the best defense in football. It's going to be a tough game for us to win. I'm not going to lie about that. John, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. He says, if you had to choose Jamar, Chase, or Parsons. I'm a defense, man. I'm defense. Defense all day, especially next year. It's a very deep wide receiver draft. I'm taking the linebacker all day over the wide receiver. All day. Let's see what we got here. Dexter Lawrence Pro Bowl. I think Dexter Lawrence could make the Pro Bowl this year, but I'm not gonna go crazy. He'll definitely make. Oh God, here we go with another one of these guys. What's going on? What's going on? I can't wait for tomorrow. See you later. Have fun for the rest of the stream and catch you to my own car. Tomorrow's gonna be a lot of fun, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully, I get to see you in there, and we'll be calling the opening night game, man. It's gonna be so much fun, man. Thank you for being here, buddy. Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches ever. Mike Tomlin, all right, I'm going to give you guys the top coaches right now. Bill Belichick's 1. Andy Reid is 2. Tomlin's in the discussion after that. You got Peyton, you got Tomlin, you got Harbaugh. Those are probably the next 3 off the top of my head. McVay's very good. Those are some of the names. Let's see. All right, Chris, I'm gonna go draft. All right, buddy. Good luck in your draft, man. Bavid says, breaking. Joe Mama will be the only one to attend Giants games. Well, Joe Mama will be the official team mascot. Over under how many weeks till Ryan starts? I mean, Ryan's going to get starters minutes. He may not be in the official depth chart starting position, but he's going to, like it's basketball, he's going to get starting reps. He's going to be out there a lot. They're going to move him around. He's going to play a lot. Day 1, week 1. Expect him to have a big role for the New York Giants. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Big test for Andrew Thomas, Ryan says. Yeah, big test for the entire offensive line, not just Thomas. This is a great defense. And yeah, I mean, Andrew Thomas, I mean, you look at the guys he's going to be going up against. You're talking about Watt or Dupree, whoever lines up against them, both really good edge rushers. You got the Redskins, I think, week 6, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, take your pick. DeMarcus Tank Lawrence against the Cowboys, Bosa, Ford against the Niners. The Rams got some good edge rushers. He's going to be put to the test the first 5-6 weeks of the year. Make no mistake about it. And the Bears, Khalil Mack. So, any fans in the stands? No, not New York Giants games. They're not allowed to be. Oh, okay, Rich. That's good to know. Sounds like a porn star, but maybe he's a good left tackle. Barkley and the tight end's going to have a big influence Monday night. If we're going to win the game Monday night, Barkley's going to win it for us. I've said that countless times. Barkley will win this game for us if we win on Monday night. That's it, man. The Barkley's going to win this game for us if we're going to win on Monday night. I couldn't resist, Chris. Just ordered a Holmes jersey. Hopefully, New Jersey Jake has been talking to me about getting a Darnay Holmes jersey for a very long time. I'm glad you did it, Jake. But I hope. I always urge on the side of caution when it comes to rookies. So hopefully he pans out. I think we're all really excited about him. I think Darnay Holmes will be very good. And good luck, man. Good luck. Let's see what we got here. What do you think about Devontae Downs? I think he might surprise people. He's 2 years out of college, knee injury, and Starborough, from what I heard, I think he's definitely worth giving a look. Everybody said he played great. He was known to be a very good coverage linebacker well in college. It's what we need opposite Martinez. So, yeah, why not give him a shot, see what he's got. If he doesn't work out, next man up. We've got enough. We drafted every middle linebacker in this year's draft's on the New York Giants. I mean, literally, the Giants drafted like 5 middle linebackers. So if he doesn't work out, up, next guy up, Brunson. Oh, he doesn't work up, next guy up, Crowder. I mean, it's going to be the next man up. But I think Downs will do. Hopefully, Downs does a good job. Do you think the Giants could beat the Ravens? Crispy, do I think the Giants could beat the Ravens? Yeah. If Lamar Jackson oversleeps and he misses the game, and maybe a couple of players on their defense don't quite make it there, yeah, we could win. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Under 22 hours to, well, not for the Giants, but yeah, for NFL football on Thursday night. How many times does Jones fumble on Sunday? Little Robux, I will guarantee you, Little Robux, you have the stamp of approval. If you want to bet on this, if they have a prop bet in Vegas for how many times he's going to fumble on Sunday, I will guarantee you Daniel Jones will not fumble once on Sunday. He's not going to fumble once. And if he does, it'll be in practice. It won't be official. He will not fumble once. Make that bet. I guarantee you can't lose. Let's see what we got here. One of these days, the Mets are going to give me a heart Ray Rest. They give me a heart attack every time I watch it, man. Let's see what we got here. The Steelers led the league in takeaways last season. Yeah, 38 takeaways. 38 takeaways on last Sunday. Yeah, Monday he might. Not on Sunday, though. I guarantee you. I guarantee on Sunday he's not going to fumble. Will you and Bad Dog do? Yes, Tyler. We'll be doing the we'll be doing the live stream on Monday. How much of a factor will O'Shane and Lorenzo have in a New York Giants win? Breeze John says. A lot. To me, though, they might be the two most important players on the defense this year, outside of the second cornerback spot. I mean, we're going to need adequate corner play. I talk about it all the time with how much we're going to blitz, but those two guys, one of those two guys, hopefully, could blossom into a good pass rusher. We need it, and I think they both have the ability to do it. Just a matter of producing. But yeah, we're going to have to put Ben on his butt. We're going to have to force Ben to make bad decisions, and Carter and Zimenez will be a big part of that. So yeah, I mean, that's any game. You need to get pressure. Rudy, man, thanks so much for love, man. He says, channel goals. How can we help you hit them? Rudy, man, listen, man, I channel goals. All right. I think big. I always think big. I'm not a big subscriber. I mean, obviously, I want my subscribers to go up because that means your channel is growing. But for me, it's just about consistency. It's about growing. It's about building my community. And, of course, last year I set a subscriber goal at the start of the season. I said I wanted to hit 20,000 subscribers by the Super Bowl. I hit 20K the day of the Super Bowl. This year, I'm shooting for at least 35K by the end of the year, but I really would like 40K. I shoot big. I'll probably come up short, but I shoot big. But I just want to continue to build my community. And I want to come up with good ideas for you guys, my members. That's another thing I talked about earlier in the stream. I'm going to start showing you guys my videos before they come out, whenever I can. I want to give you guys something more than just a live stream a month and a fitted hat. So I'll probably start doing that. Give you guys, when it's not a time-sensitive video, I'll let you guys watch it a couple of hours before. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I would love to hit 50K. How about 1 million? Let's hit 1 million subs by the end of the year. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. What's your prediction for the game? Yoshida says, my prediction for the game, you get it tomorrow. You get it tomorrow. I think it's going to be a close game, though. But you'll get it tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my preview video tomorrow. You'll get it tomorrow. It's going to be a close game, though. I appreciate that, Christian Pena, man. Thanks so much for the love. Chris got jokes, too. What's going on, Leonardo, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Johnny T in the chat. He says, Tana, what does your fantasy team look like this year? Well, here's the thing. Like I was saying at the top of the stream, I've got way too many leagues that I'm in. I'm in like 10 leagues because I can't say no to anybody. All my subscribers, all my people in my Discord. Chris, can you be in this league? Yeah. Can you be in this league? Yeah. I'm in like 2 or 3 of my main leagues. So I'm in so many leagues. But I'll tell you some guys that I like in fantasy. Evan Ingram, I have on a lot of my teams at the tight end position, and I'm a Giant fan. I'm trying to think of other guys that I really like that I got on a lot of my teams. I like Crowder a lot. I felt like he was undervalued. He's probably on like 6 of my teams, the wide receiver for the Jets. I think he's going to get a lot of targets if we're talking like deep sleeper guys because everybody on the Jets is hurt, and he's the number 1. He's a slot guy. I think he'll catch a lot of balls as a deep sleeper that I liked. I like the running back on the I like the running back on the football team, the team formerly known as the Redskins. I don't know why the names escape me right now, but the running back that's stepping in for Peterson, the rookie running back, Antonio Gibson. I got him on a lot of my teams as a sleeper. I really like Hollywood Brown. I got him on a lot of my teams as a deep sleeper. So those were some of the names in terms of the deeper guys. Let's see what we got here. I've always got D-Up. My team is always Hopkins Heroes. Well, there you go, Mustard Bust, man. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Mustard Bust is the man. Thanks for being here, buddy. Crowder kills the job. Yeah. ESPN would hire both you and Bad Dog if they had any brains. Well, Jay, I appreciate that, man. Hey, Chris, if you can't say no, can you lend me 100 grand? I can say no to that, Lloyd. Lloyd, no. No. But if you want me to be in your fantasy league, let me know the time. I'll be there. Let's see what we got here. Chris, will you be using the same scoreboard as last year where you moved the foot? Probably not, no. We're probably going to use the StreamYards just because it's so much more convenient. There's no lag to it. It's probably going to be the scoreboard that we have when we do the Met-Yankee game on the bottom. Who is the best breakout potential this year, Chuka says? Carter on defense, in my opinion. And thanks for posting my channel. I really appreciate that, Jay. Yeah, if you haven't done so, please subscribe, ring the bell. If the Giants win the division, Chris, we'll send everybody a Jones or a Bar. I don't got money like that. I don't got 27,000 jerseys to be sending to you guys. I wish I did. But one of my subscribers asked me, and it's only this year, guys, because next year they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not going to go crazy. But one of my subscribers asked me in a stream. I forgot who asked me. But they said, Chris, if the Giants win the Super Bowl this year, will you dye your hair blue? And I said, you know what? If the Giants win the Super Bowl this year, I'll dye my hair blue. And I'll keep it dyed for 2 weeks. So there you go. If the Giants win the Super Bowl this year, I will dye my hair blue. There you go. Chris needs to open up a factory. Yeah, Sabrina. Yeah. What's going on there, Chris Sinor? Hey, Chris, I'm in the draft right now. My team is Russell Wilson, Saquon Barkley, Duke Johnson, Julio Jones, and Chris Godwin. You already won your league. You got Saquon Barkley. You're good to go. Let's see what we got here. Off topic. You watching Ozark yet? I've seen a couple of episodes. I kind of got thrown off. I started watching another show, but it's so good. It was great. I got to get back on it, Ozark. Everyone tells me how much they like it. What's up, Aaron? Thanks for popping in the stream. What's going on, Taylor? Chris, what do you think about the St. Louis Cardinals? They're around 500 last I checked. They're a decent team. They always seem to get the most out of their players. Second best team in the history of baseball, I think, in terms of championships. Can't stand them. They always beat the Mets. But your team, you drafted tonight? You didn't tell me you were going to draft tonight. I thought you were pushing it off. Your team looking like Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Mike Evans, Juju, and Robert Woods. That's not bad for an auto draft. Score prediction for tomorrow night's game. Tomorrow night's game, a lot to a little. I really believe that, man. We didn't talk much about tomorrow night's game. I'll talk about it more tomorrow. I'll probably go live about a half hour before the game. We'll get our football juices going. But I think Kansas City's going to come out. I think they're going to blow their doors off, man. Andy Reid, to me, is the smartest offensive mind in football. And when you give a coach as good as Andy Reid a month to prepare for a game, I think he's going to come out with an unbelievable game plan. I think, and Bill O'Brien to me sucks. You're talking about getting a month's worth of preparation for a game between arguably one of the worst coaches in the game versus the second best. And I think Andy Reid's going to blow his doors off. I think Kansas City's going to blow him away. You look at the Chiefs the last 5 years, they've won every opener, whether it was home or whether it was away. The last 3 have been by double digits or more. They beat the Patriots by 15 2 years ago on opening night. I think the Chiefs are going to beat them by at least 2 touchdowns. Let's see what we got here. Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes isn't fair. No, it's not, Brandon. My team is Kyler, Saquon, Miles Sanders, Mike. That's a pretty good team. You got Saquon. Will Andy Reid make the Hall of Fame? Yes, Zachary. I thought he should have made it before the Super Bowl. Now he's definitely making it. I always thought he was a great coach. Hey, man, just want to say your channel helped me get through the pandemic. Had appendicitis. Lost my job as a trainer. Wow. Found your channel, and you've kept me sane. Wow, Dennis, man. That is, you've been through the mill, man. I hope you're feeling better, man. And, that warms my heart that I had any influence on your life. So thank you for checking out the channel. I hope you're feeling better, and I'm sad that you had to go through all that. Riley, man, thanks for love, man. I appreciate it. He says, Chris, you got to watch The Pacific. HBO, that's another show I've heard about. I have not watched it yet. A lot of people have told me about that show. I'm into war movies. So I'll definitely check that out, man. I'll definitely check that out, man. Feeling great, bodybuilding again. That's awesome, man. So there you go, buddy. I'm glad that you recovered. You said you had the virus. It's no joke, man. And I'm glad that you're 100%, man. And thank you for being such a great supporter of the channel. And you said you're still watching. I appreciate that, buddy. And thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. I really appreciate it. Tana, thoughts on the Rams this year? Can they return to 2018 form? Yes. I do believe that they could be a lot better than people are giving them credit for. The problem is I think they play in such a tough division. Like, I want to pick the Rams to go 10-6. I really do. I want to pick the Rams to go to the playoffs, but I have so much respect for the Niners, and I have so much respect for not the Cardinals. Believe me, not the Cardinals. The Niners and the Seahawks. The Cardinals, to me, are the most overhyped team in the sport this year, and we could argue all day about that. But I have a lot of respect for the Rams. I think the Rams are good. I think the Rams could win 9 or 10 games. I got them around 8 just because their schedule's so tough. Zahid, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. He says, football is back. Let's get it. Monday night. Monday night for us. Tomorrow night for opening night. So it should be a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Where do you rank the Seabiscuit movie among sport movies? Victor, I saw that movie when it came out in theaters. I was actually working in a movie theater when it came out, which is why I'm such a movie fanatic. You name a movie between 2001 and 2004, I've probably seen it. It was my first job I've ever had for 3 years. And Seabiscuit was one of the movies that I saw. And that's the last time I saw it. But I remember when I saw it, I liked it. I thought it was a really good movie. Tobey Maguire was great in it. It's a really good movie. I don't know where I would rank it in terms of sports movies. I'd have to think about it. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. Yo, bro, just want to pop in and say goodnight. I have school tomorrow, football. Well, thank you for being here. Get some sleep. Yeah, we'll go to 11. We're not going to go crazy tonight. We went live at 9. We'll go to 11. And because I'm going to be live tomorrow night. We're going to be live tomorrow night for 3.5 hours. We're going to a football game. So, but we'll be live to 11. I just wanted to get the juices flowing, talk some Giants football. I haven't been live in a bit. Thank you for popping in, man. Hey, Chris, love your channel. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie? A lot of people never expect this from me, but Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings, especially Return of the King. I always say it's one movie. It's 3 movies in one. But if I had to pick one of the 3, I'd pick Return of the King. But Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie of all time. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Chris, are you ready for the NFL season to begin? Let's go, Giants, baby. You are the best. I appreciate that, Angel. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait, buddy. Can we all take a moment to appreciate that sports are back? Yes. Yes, Ray. Yes. Which Giants receiver has the best season this year? If we're talking exclusively wide receiver, I'm going to go with Darius Slayton. I think Shepard, if he plays all 16, might be, but I don't think he does. Based on recent history, I'll go Darius Slayton as the best year. Frodo talking sports. Yeah, that's right, Prince, man. The Hobbit to me was disappointing. The second Hobbit was pretty good. The first one was blah. The third one was awful. Let's see what we got here. Not a Giants-related question, but curious about your thoughts on the Browns extending Kareem Martin, and what does that mean for Nick Chubb? P.S. Mets win. I honestly don't even know the contract details for Hunt. I don't think it means much for Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's still on his rookie deal. What is it, his second year? No, third year in the league, right? So, I still think he'll be on the team long term. Nick Chubb's too talented. I don't think it means much. I don't know what the contract was, though. I don't know how much they signed Hunt to. What's going on there? Brendan, thanks for popping in the stream, man. Goodfellas and Shawshank, two great movies. Shawshank to me is one of the top 10 movies ever made. Goodfellas is one of the top mob movies ever made. Even though I do put Casino above Goodfellas. Most people don't. Let's see what we got here. Steelers have an amazing pass rush and secondary. I imagine we are going to be running the ball a lot. Simon, I think that's the game plan. But by the same token, Simon, I think their game plan is to stop the run. So we're going to try to run, and they're going to know that. They're going to try to stop the run, and Daniel Jones is going to have to make throws. And I think if I'm the coach going in knowing that what the Steelers are going to do, I come out running. I force them to show their hand. You're stacking 8 in the box, and then I come out throwing on first down. I try to loosen up that defense a bit. You know, quick throws. If they're going to put 7, 8 in the box, quick slant, little screen pass, whatever it may be, get the ball out of Jones's hand for a 3 or 4 or 5 yard play, make it more manageable on second down, make the offense a little bit more unpredictable. But at first, you got to make them commit to stopping the run, make them stack the box, and then you start throwing on first down to loosen up the defense a bit. That would be my game plan. Let's see what we got here. Record prediction for the Chargers. I took the under 7.5. I agree. I think rookie quarterback spells disaster for the Chargers. I do. And I think Herbert will be playing by week 3 or 4, similar to when Taylor was playing with the Browns. I think they win 6 or 7. That defense keeps them in games, but they play in the AFC West. You're playing the Chiefs. Maybe they win 8. I think 7 or 8 is the number for them. I think that 7.5 is right on the money. But if I had to pick one, I'm picking the under. I don't trust rookie quarterbacks. Hey, Chris, do you think Will Hernandez will take a big jump this year and become an average guard? Yes. Now, don't kill me because I said that last year. I thought he was going to break out last year. I think he's going to break out this year. I think he's going to do well. He's playing next to Andrew Thomas. And maybe I'll be wrong. If Will Hernandez does not improve this year, that's a disappointment. I think he will, though. I like Will. He's one of my favorite players on the team, man. Tana, looking at who we acquired on the defensive side of the football, do you think the Giants' defense can be overwhelming for some teams this season? LeVar, man, I think it's – I don't know if overwhelming is the word that I would use for our defense yet. I think we have pieces that we maybe eventually if they mature, but going into the year – I don't think we're going to be overwhelming for many teams. In my opinion, we're going to have to try to mask that defense and hope that our offense is above average and can control the clock. That would be my game plan going into most games. But I do think we'll have an unpredictable defense. I will say that. And I really can't get a full grasp on this defense until I see how Graham operates and the unpredictability. And that's the one thing I love about this team on both sides of the ball. You're not going to know what we're going to be doing week in and week out. We're going to try to play to our opponent's weaknesses. So I'm excited to see what they do. I really am. But I'm not going to get overly confident about our defense yet. Yvonne, man, thanks so much for love. He says, predict the final score for the for Pitts. Let's go Giants. Oh, God, Yvonne, I want to wait till tomorrow. I want to wait till tomorrow when I do my preview video. Okay, I'm going to give you the score. You didn't ask me who the winner's going to be. I'm going to give you my final. 2017 final score. I don't know who's winning. 2017, though, I guarantee you tomorrow that will be the final score in my preview video. Raphael, man, thanks for love. He says, all sports are back tomorrow. That's awesome. I think this is the first time in ever that all 4 sports were being played at the same time, right? I'm trying to think. Yeah, because the NBA doesn't normally go. I think this is the first time ever that all 4 major sports are being played at the same time. Let's see what we got here. Simple, Giants win, bro. Yvonne says, do you think that Saquon Barkley going to make a lot of touchdowns since we got a better offensive line? I think Saquon Barkley is going to have at least 12 touchdowns this year. I do. I think he's going to have at least 12 touchdowns this year. I said 21-17. Guess we aren't thinking too far off. I got 2017, man. Good night, everybody. See you all in the next one. Ray, man, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being such a great supporter of the channel, man. Let's go Mets. I know you're a big Mets fan. Thank you for being here, buddy. Browns gave Kareem on a 2-year, $13.25 million extension that includes $8.5 guaranteed per source, tied to Cleveland now for 3 seasons. Okay, well, if they front load that contract, they could probably cut him after on the 3rd year of that deal, or he wouldn't eat up too much cap. That would be my guess is what they'll do. They'll probably front load it next year. Will they still have Chubb on the rookie deal, and then it'll be affordable in the year that they got to give Chubb the extension? That's my guess. Jimmy, what's going on, man? 8-9. I swear to God, if we have one of those games when we have an amazing first drive and then suck the rest of the game, I'm gonna lose it. Jimmy, I'm with you. We had a lot of those games last year. Buffalo Bills game comes to mind. Dallas Cowboys, first 2 games of the year come to mind. I don't think we scored the first game of the year, but Barkley had the big run. I think we settled for 3. And then Buffalo, second game of the year, we went boom, boom, bing, bang, bing, boom, scored touchdown, and then we did nothing the rest of the game. So, yeah, let's not let that happen. JB, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it. Who is our primary kick and punt returner? Punt returner is going to be Tate, according to the unofficial depth chart. Expect a lot of fair catches. Kick returner is going to be Darnay Holmes, according to the unofficial depth chart. JB. Let's see. Ingram touchdown. Yeah, that's right, man. Do you think without fans we have a disadvantage, Corey Wallace says? Yes. I don't understand how the NFL is allowing certain teams to bring fans into the stadium and other teams not to. Like, I know that it's up to the teams, but it should either be no fans or you're allowed 20% capacity. How is that fair to the Giants and the Jets that when they go on the road, when they go to Dallas, there's going to be 20,000 people there or 15,000 people there? How is that fair? I don't get that. I think it's a major disadvantage. That's not fair. I'm tired of close games. Let's blow some people out. I would love that, Euphoric. Yeah, I know it's dependent on state law, Zach, but the NFL could step in and say, listen, this year, no fans at the games. It's a major disadvantage for the teams that aren't allowed to that aren't choosing to put fans in the stadium. Over under 120 rushing yards for Saquon in week 1. Oh man, I think that's the number. I think he's right around that, Brandon. I think he's right there. I think he's going to be between 105 and 125. I think he's right in that range, right around 120. I think you hit it on the head. I think he's going to eclipse 100 yards. I think the Giants are going to commit to the run. They got 4 tight ends on their roster for a reason. Okay? I think what the Giants are going to do, in my opinion, to start out this game, I think they're going to come out and they're going to say to the Steelers, you know what we're going to do, and we're going to try to do it anyway. They're going to come out there. They're going to put Levine Toilo on one side. They're going to put Caden Smith on the other. They're going to come out with 2 tight ends. They're going to come up with the offensive line. They're going to line up, and they're going to say, we're going to try to run it right down your throat. I think they're going to tell them what we're doing. They're going to say, come and get it. And if the Pittsburgh Steelers are able to stop them, I think that's when they'll have to open up. And the Steelers probably will. They're probably going to put 8 in the box. But I do think they're going to commit to that run early. I think Saquon's going to get a lot of carries, and I think he's going to be right around that 100 to 125-yard mark. Let's see what we got here. Got a split. Good night. Victor, man, thank you so much for being here, man. I really do appreciate it, man. Will Connor have a big game on Monday? I don't think so, Anthony. I think he'll be held in check. I don't think he's going to – I mean, what do you consider a big game? I don't think he's going to have 100 yards. I think he'll be held in check. Giants have more the Giants' run defense isn't our weakness. It's the pass defense. The run defense was actually, I think, top 5, top 6 in the league in terms of yards per carry last year. We got a strong interior defensive line, not to mention the Steelers' offensive line right now is banged up going into the game. I think we'll do a good job keeping Connor in check. It's the passing game that worries me. Tana, thanks for being one of the best Giants commentators on YouTube. Football is back. Let's go Giants. BX, man, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for all the love. We would have beat Pittsburgh in the 08 Super. Yes, we would. We killed them in the regular season. We killed them and we killed the Cardinals, the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl. Even if you have half or even a third of the fan, I don't think there should be fans, period. If one team's not going to have fans, nobody should have fans. It's a disadvantage. Perry says first play will be play action. I could see them taking a shot first play, but I think they're going to come out with 2 tight ends. I think they're going to show that they're going to try to run. Got school tomorrow. Thanks. Have a good one. Man, are you kidding me, Sean? Man, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Do you think that we can beat the Steelers defense? Yes, if we don't turn the ball over. We're going to have to create short field position, though. Special teams, going to be a big contributing factor in here. Punt coverage, creating turnovers, getting short field position. That's going to be the name of this game. The inches. Hey, they're going to have to be great in the punt game. They're going to have to flip the field position, even if you don't score points. Have a long drive. Get a couple of first downs. Punt the ball. Pin them deep. That's going to be the name of this game, man. Special teams is going to go a long way. And, of course, getting pressure on that quarterback. X-Man, thanks for the love. Steelers 24, Giants 20. Saquon, 1 touchdown, 126 yards. The Giants season record, 7-9. I think that's fair. I definitely think that's fair. Like I said throughout this entire stream, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 3 or 4 points either way. And I think that's definitely fair. I think 24-20 is a very good prediction in favor of the Steelers. And I do think Barkley's going to have over 100 yards. But I'm going to tell you, actually, you know what, X-Men, I'm going to say this. If here's what I'm going to tell you right now. If Barkley has 125 yards on the ground and we don't turn it over, if Jones don't fumble, and Barkley has 125 yards on the ground, we're going to win. We're going to win. If Barkley has 126 yards and Jones doesn't fumble, I think we're going to win. Let's see what we got here. Great Wood says Giants going 4-12. Great Wood, I love you, my man. He's what I call a realistic Giants fan, and I get it. I get it. You've been thrown in the mud, Wooda, and I'm with you. We've all been thrown in the mud. My best friend is a big Steelers fan. We have to win, or I won't hear the end of it, Jimmy says. Let's see what we got here. Gonna have to be able to run effectively, or it's over. I like DJ, but don't think he can be the difference. I agree. Not against this defense. Not against this defense. The estimated capacity for the season opener at Arrowhead, 16,000. So there you go. No, that they got 16,000 more people than we do. Let's see what we got here. I don't think I've seen the Giants get a 3-and-out since 2016. Yeah, last year. How many times, Anthony? Last year, I'd be watching the games, streaming the games, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is great. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12. We're doing a great job. We got in the 3rd and long. That's what you got to do." And then they give up a first down. It could have been 3rd and 20, and they gave up a first down. Like, it was every week it was the same story. First 2 downs, you did the job. Then the offense just said, "Oh, we got to wake up. Yeah, they're in zone coverage. Oh, he's 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We need 10. Okay, just run a quick 10-yard curl pattern. Boom, first down." Last year, the first 2 downs, we always did the job. We couldn't get off the field on 3rd. JB, man, thanks so much, Philip. I appreciate it. He says, Leo Williams is going to dominate the Steelers game. I love it. I love the optimism. I do think Leo Williams can play well this year. I do think he fits the scheme well. 3rd and 22, it didn't matter, Perry. It didn't matter, man. Let's go, Big Blue. I'm so hyped. What's going on, Raphael, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Here's one thing I'm going to say about this defense this year. And like I keep saying, when we get beat, we're going to get beat big. But I don't think we're going to be on our heels on 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 15. I don't think I'm going to be calling the game, and you're going to see these guys in zone coverage. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to blitz on 3rd and 12. They're going to blitz on 3rd and 15s. They're going to try to force the offense to make a play before they want to on those 3rd and long situations. And if they get beat, they get beat. But I don't think we're going to be on our heels. That's one thing I'll say about this defense this year. That's my prediction from some of the things that I've seen and read. I'll be happy if you win 6 games. Schedule's tough, Randy. Schedule's tough, man. Stand up. What's going on, Giants fan? Corey Ballantyne versus Claypool. They have Deontay Johnson. I think Johnson's their second receiver going into the game. I think Claypool's the 3. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what they're going to come out with. David Biago, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it. He says, Hopeful is good. Love opening day and full season. Do you think the O-line with 3 new starters will struggle against the Steelers' defensive front? Yes. I don't think it's going to be a flawless game. But if it is, David, I'm going to be optimistic this year. But if you're asking me, be unbiased, be real, yeah, I think we're going to struggle. It's like you just said, we got 3 brand new starters. You're going up against one of probably the best defense in football. I mean, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to come down to Jason Garrett. He's going to have to call a great game for this offensive line. And an offensive line, when you're in a mismatch with an offensive line, their best friend is running the football. It's a lot easier to run block than pass protect. And I think they're going to try to run as much as they can in this game. Can't give any confidence to Ben in the – no, we got to flush him out, MH. Got to flush him out. Big Blue Jabroni. If you guys haven't done so, going over there, show him some love, man. That guy's awesome. Trying to get his channel off the ground. He's a new Giant YouTuber. Go check him out. He says, football on tomorrow. I can't wait. I have a feeling we are going to win. Saquon gets 30-plus touches and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. If Saquon gets 30 touches, we got a good shot. I want minimum 25. He's got to get 25 touches minimum in that game. JB, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it. Juju versus Ryan or Holmes in the slot. I think Ryan. I think Ryan's going to get more playing time in the slot first game. I do. But in certain packages, like I said, they'll probably play him in the slot, in the safety position. They'll have an extra DB on the field. That's when Holmes will probably come in. But overall, I think Ryan will be more in the slot. 35 touches, no. I doubt he has 35 touches. But I think he'll have close to 30. I think you're looking between 24 to 30 touches for Saquon in this game. Raymond, man, thanks for the love, man. I really appreciate that, man. He just said, here's a Canadian dollar. What's the word that Canadians say? What do they say again? God, I always forget this. What's the word that Canadians always say? What do they? Somebody in the chat tell me. I'll say it. But thank Raymond, man. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. You have to consider Big Ben hasn't played a down of football. I know, and that's one thing that we hopefully have going for us, that he comes out rusty. And like I said, their offensive line could. Hey, thanks for the $1, eh? I that was probably horrible. That was awful. But I do like your beer. I do like your beer. Canadian beer, Labatt Blue. It's good stuff. Thanks for the $1, eh? F&A. Will Hernandez, big year this year. I'm excited for Will Hernandez this year, man. Tate and I drafted Nick Chubb for fantasy. Should I be worried and look for trades because the Browns gave Kareem Hunt an extension? I wouldn't be too worried, Assassin. No. Kareem Hunt's going to be the pass down back. They say maple syrup in hockey. Yes, they do. What's the Wedding Crashers, the maple syrup, when they pretend that they're maple syrup salesmen. You guys are bums, Sneak Freaks. Sneak Freaks, I appreciate that. You a Steeler fan, Sneak Freaks? Are you a Steeler fan, Sneak Freaks? Let me know. Big Ben could be average. They're still going 10-6. Cry. Browns 8-8. Is that jersey going to be clean from oh yeah, Mitch. Absolutely. I might come out with the Eli jersey. I haven't decided yet on Monday. If the Giants get off the field and the Bears, we got you week 2, my man. Oh, we got you week 2. Oh, we're coming for you, buddy. We're coming. Get ready. Windy City. We don't care. We're going to Soldier Field. We're coming out with a W. Looking forward to it, man. Yo Boy says, if the Steelers are the best defense in the league, so if our offense does amazing, is that of course, Yo Boy. If we're able to run the ball on that defense, yeah, you're optimistic going into the Bears game, man. Are you a huge fan of the Mighty Ducks of America? Am I a huge fan of the Mighty Ducks of America? I don't get maybe I'm missing something there, Afghanistan. I have seen the Mighty Ducks movies, if that's what you're referring to. I haven't seen them in a while, but I remember the Knuckle Puck, Emilio Estevez. What's going on there, Jake from State Farm? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. I don't know about that one, bud. We'll see. Go Bears. I think it's going to be a good game, Brandon. I think it'll be a fun game, Giants-Bears. I'm looking forward to it. 2 classic teams, man. The first 2 weeks, we got the Steelers. We got the Bears. What's better than that? We win this game. We definitely beat the Bears. I love it, man. I love it. Lorenzo Carter, future with the Giants, big fella. It depends on this year, man. It depends on this year, big fella. I think it's a put up or shut up year for Carter. He's got another year on his rookie deal, so he'll be here for another year. But in terms of long term, he's got to become a legitimate pass rusher, and hopefully it happens this year because we all know he's got the ability. What's up, Mexican Giant? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Saquon, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'll take 2 touchdowns. I'll take 2 TDs from Quan. If Saquon gets 2 touchdowns, we might win the game. I'll take 80 yards and 2 scores. Brutal schedule. We may improve a lot on the field, yet still have a top 5 draft pick. Johnny, I agree. That's a possibility that I think we all need to face going into the year. We could definitely be a much better team, but with this schedule, we still might win 4 or 5 games to get a good draft pick. But in actuality, when you think about it, if this team improves, they play tough, they keep these teams close, they build confidence, and they still get a top 5 or 6 pick, and then they go into next year with a softer schedule, a better football team. You're going to bring in some win-now pieces in free agency. You go into next year and you say to yourself, we can do some damage. So I agree with you. I think we're going to win a little bit more than that, but I agree with you. I think it's a possibility. I know Dalvin Tomlinson leaving if he could play DT. I don't know if Dalvin Tomlinson's leaving. It's going to come down to Leo or Dalvin. They're not going to keep both, in my opinion. They're not going to have the cap space. It depends on how both of those players play this year. Yeah, really tough schedule this year, man. How the hell have the Steelers only had 7 losing seasons since the Super Bowl era? That's wild. The Steelers haven't had and correct me if I'm wrong if there's a Steelers fan in the chat. I don't believe the Steelers have had a losing season since Ben Roethlisberger's been the quarterback. Maybe 1. I don't think they've had any. And you're going back to 2004. You're talking, maybe they went 7-9 one year. They probably did. Maybe they had 1. They didn't have 2. They might have had 1. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been 7. I remember looking that up and I was like, oh my God. Has Saquon ever had more than 23 carries in a game? Hard to get carries when defense is always. I think he has, Anthony. I think he has. I think against the Bears he did. We got a Bears fan in here now, Brandon. 2 years ago when we played you guys when we won. I'm pretty sure Saquon had 23 or more carries in there. No, he has not had 1. Yeah, I didn't think he's had 1. I don't think Ben's ever had a losing season. That's insane, man. Steelers coaching staff is... Listen, I say this all the time, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, when you factor in the unpredictability of football, okay, 1 year you could go from 4-12 to 12-4. We see it all the time, or vice versa. That, to me, is the most amazing thing in modern-day pro sports. That or the Patriots, what they've done in the salary cap era. But the fact that they've only had 7 losing seasons in over 5 years in football, and they haven't had a losing season since Ben Roethlisberger got drafted, that's ridiculous, the amount of sustainability that they've had. Football is a wild sport. Yeah, it is, Raphael. Would it be crazy to say that Saquon will have more catching yards than rushing yards against the Steelers? I hope not. I hope not. I want us to chew up the clock. I want him to be able to run the ball. Stand up. We're getting close, fellas. Let's go. G-Man, what's going on, Card Coach, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Fun with education in the chat. He said, oh, God, we got another Steelers. I'm kidding. Thanks for being here, buddy. Steelers have only had 1 losing season since 1991. Jake, and what do they have in common? Sustainability, right? They keep their coaches. They keep their GMs. They don't have turnover. And the other thing that I always talk about when it comes to the Steelers, you go back and you look at my offseason videos when it comes to free agency. The Steelers don't spend on free agents. They build throughout their organization, and when a player starts to get to that point where they're going to get paid, they say, goodbye. You're gone. We'll find somebody else. The Steelers never splurge at free agency. You go back and look over the last 10 years, they haven't brought in anybody of notoriety in free agency. They keep it in-house. They don't overpay for players. They're a very well-run organization. Let's see what we got here. Monday's just a few short days away. Let the Giants surprise you. We got it, man. Don't worry. We have a coaching staff that actually cares about competing. Listen, I'm happy about the future. I think the Giants got a good coaching staff. What do you think about the Tennessee Titans this year? I think they're winning the South. I was down on the South. I was down on the Titans, rather, to win the South up until about a week ago. And then I said, you know what? I'm going with them. I like them. I think they're going to win the South. Them are the Colts, but I like them to win the South narrowly. Did you watch the Giants-Ravens Super Bowl? Of course. It's one of the worst days of my life in terms of being a sports fan. We beat the Vikings 41-0, and we went into that game. The Ravens were actually a wild card that year, believe it or not. I think they were the 5 seed. Obviously, the best defense ever in my lifetime, the 2000 Ravens. I wasn't alive for the 85 Bears. And the Bucs had a great defense too, but the Ravens were the best. And I went into that game, I said, we can win. We can win. The Giants are hitting on all cylinders. They're playing great. And the Giants return the kick, I think it was out of the half, first play. And I think the Giants might have been down 13-0. They were down by 13 points, 14 points. And they returned the kick for a touchdown. And I said, oh, all right. We're back in it. The next play, the Giants kick off. And the Ravens run it back for a touchdown. You'll never see that again. 2 kick returns back-to-back for touchdowns. And as soon as the Ravens did that, you knew the game was over. Let's see what we got here. Would it be crazy to say the Giants can win the NFC East? I mean, it's football. Anything can happen. Don't bank on it. I think the Cowboys are much better on paper, and I think the Eagles are better right now. But I think the Giants are catching them. I think we're going to beat the Eagles once this year. Yeah, you picked off Kerry Collins. Chris, do you think Ryan Tannehill was overpaid? Yes, 100% overpaid. 100%. He got $30 million. Ryan Tannehill got $30 million a year. The guy sucks his whole career. He had a good year last year. And I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm glad he got paid, whatever. I don't think he was worth it. No. But I do think the Titans will be good this year. How big do you think Clowney's signing was for the Titans? I think it was a good move for the Titans. They got him on a cheap deal, 1-year deal. I think it was a good move. I did see the Snacks tweet. I actually talked about it on Twitter, Corey. Yes, I did see the Snacks tweet. Makes you think he forced his way off the team. That's the way I read that. Chris, don't answer the duh questions, Chill Daddy says. I try to answer as many questions as I can. And sometimes, Chill Daddy, I just read it. And as I'm reading it, I say it out loud. So maybe I shouldn't do. I don't know. I try my best to answer everybody's questions. Is all the hype around the Bucs warranted, or are they this year's Browns? I think it's warranted. I do. When I first initially, when the offseason first started, I said they're overhyped. I did, because I didn't think Brady was going to make that much of an influence. Brady's 43 years old. And I've always thought Brady was overrated. Always. I always said Peyton was better. And I know most people don't agree with me. But when I thought about it, you look at this team, they've got a great head coach. They've got a great defensive coordinator. They've got great weapons on both sides of the ball. And last year, the only reason they didn't win more games than they did was because they had a quarterback who turned the ball over 30 times. And I say to myself, you've got Brady. Tom Brady's going to go in there. He's just going to manage the game. He's got weapons. He's got a great system. He's going to do what he always does. Dink and dunk. He'll throw 10, 12 picks. He'll throw 27, 28 touchdowns. And he's not going to throw 30 picks like Winston did. They're going to win 11 games. I think the Bucs are for real. Michael, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it. He says, I can't wait for Sunday. I'm getting tired of the media talking about the Bucs or 8-8 at best. Brady, old. Keep up the great work. Lightning up 2-0 in the series. Michael, man, thanks so much for love. I appreciate it. Congratulations to your Lightning. But yeah, thanks for love, man. I really appreciate that, man. I think the Bucs are going to be good this year. I think they win 11 games. I think the Bucs are going to be good this year. Chris, do you think Teddy Bridgewater will perform as well as he did last year with the Saints? No, not at all. I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to suck this year. I do, and I no disrespect, and it's just an opinion. That's so you guys could disagree with it. I had a guy I did my power rankings today. He told me that he thinks the Panthers are a much better team than the Giants, and I tried to be as unbiased as I could in that video. I don't think the Panthers are good. I think Bridgewater is not that good of a quarterback. I think he was in a perfect situation last year with the Saints. He had the one of the best offensive lines in the sport. He's going to go over to the Panthers now. We'll see how he does. Maybe he'll do good. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. But I am not a believer in Teddy Bridgewater. No. I always thought he was overrated. Like, people used to say that Teddy Bridgewater was good with the Vikings. And I said to myself, what are you talking about? The guy threw like 18 touchdowns and 16 picks. And they went 9-7. He was good. I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't have progressed into something better. But he's never shown anything outside of a 5-game spurt with the Saints, where, like I said, he had a great team around him. So maybe he'll be pretty good. I'm not buying it. Ramen, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it. Hey, Chris, appreciate it tonight's show. Keep up the awesome content. Thanks, and good night. Thank you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for love, man. Grim, man, thanks for love, man. I really appreciate it, man. He says, reaction to the new Batman trailer looks dope. I actually have a movie channel if you want to watch my reaction. That was actually the last video I posted. So that is on my movie channel. But I haven't posted much content on there because I've just been so busy with the Giants and sports. But I did start a new movie channel. I do have a reaction to it. But I think the movie looks sick. I think the costume looks sick. I think the music looks sick. It looks dark. It looks gritty. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good movie. Did you see my super chat, Michael Sachs? Yes. I'll read it again, though, in case you didn't hear it. I can't wait for Sunday. I'm getting tired of the media talking about the Bucs or 8-8 at best. Brady's old. Keep up the great work. Lightning up 2-0 in the series. Yeah. No, I said I agree with you, man. I think that the Bucs are going to go 11-5 this year. I don't think Brady's great, but I think he's what you need. He's not Jameis Winston. Winston threw 30 picks last year. I think Brady cuts that in half. I think you're a much better team, probably more than in half. I think he throws like 9 picks. I think he's going to be a manager. I think he's going to win games for you guys. When you think about it, Monday will be the first time Daniel Jones has all the weapons on the field. You're right, because Ingram was hurt last year by the time Barkley came back. You're right. Tate was suspended. Barkley got hurt week 3. Then Ingram got hurt. I think you're right. I don't think he had everybody at full strength last year. I think you're right. Let's see what we got here. Why is no one meant... Braves beating them 29-9? Oh, my God. I don't think the Batman suit looks like crap. I thought it looked cool. I like the Batmobile, too. It's like a Challenger. Did you see what Damon... Yes, I did, Robux. Talked about that earlier. But, guys, I said I was going to go to 11. It is 11:14. We went 15 minutes overtime. I am going to be live tomorrow night. We're going to be doing the Thursday night game. Then I'm going to be live on Saturday. Maybe live on Friday, too. We'll see. But definitely Saturday. Saturday, we're going to have License Plate Guy on the channel to get you guys fired up. Sunday, I'm going to have you guys on the channel. I'm going to be streaming the Eagles game during the day. And then at night, you guys are going to come on the channel. I'm going to have another Giants YouTuber. We're going to have subscribers come on. We're going to have a video chat. We're going to talk Giants football the night before the game. And then Monday, I'm going to be streaming the Giants game. Of course, I'm going to have videos up in the meantime. I'll have my preview video up tomorrow. Going to talk about the game. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, you guys enjoy that. I want to say Thank you to each and every one of you guys for being the best supporters on YouTube. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are incredible. And I'm glad football's back, guys. I'm glad football's back. I'm glad that you guys are a part of my channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And thank you for everything that you do for my channel, for me, everything else that does not go unnoticed. I try to say thank you as much as I can. You guys are incredible. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. And as always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe. Give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.